play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to this next episode of Heroes of Harinburg, Season 2, The Lost Laboratory of Qualish, based off of the module, The Lost Laboratory of Qualish, which is actually published by D&D, or by Wizards. And if you want to get the physical version, go to the dmsguild.com, and you can select that, and they'll print it to order for you. Or you can just buy it, download it, and take it to your local print house, whatever you use. We use Staples here. That's what I use to print off books. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the chat here so I don't get distracted. We are back with our esteemed players, as you can see, and I'll go through them really quickly again. It's always good for me to refresh my memory of their names. We got Steve right here, who is playing a gnome wizard, the School of Conjuration, and his name is Professor Hobart Nibzil Bumplikin.
Arch enemy is?
Nibzil Bumplikin.
Arch enemy is?
I don't remember the name. What's the name?
Oh, no!
Chili.
You remember Vigo Chili?
You forget Vigo Chili.
Vigo Chili.
Vigo
Chili. That's right.
Chili.
I knew you wrote it
We're on the
down.
hunt for Vigo Chili.
Yeah, that's next campaign. The hunt for Vigo Chili.
It sounds like a canned.
Wasn't Ghostbusters
Chili
2 the
brand.
villain named Vigo?
I think so, yeah. Vigo. The guy in the painting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was Vigo. Yeah, it turns out this guy's much more than you ever thought he was. You didn't play him right, man. And then we have Vito, not Vigo. Vito, he's playing a human warlock, Mrs. Doubtwater. Pact of the Fiend?
Yeah.
Pact of the Fiend?
It's Pact of the Tome, but I'm the Fiend.
We chose the Fiend.
You chose the
That's
Fiend
right,
as
that's
my
right, that's
patron.
right. Patron. And then over here we have Colin. He's playing a human paladin, Mr. Garrett Flugelhorn. And yours is the Oath of Redemption.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you like to make people repent in
I do.
whatever silly schemes you come up with at that time. And then, of course, we've got Jeremy returning from Season 1. Not that Steve isn't returning, but he's playing a different character. Jeremy returning with the reincarnated Brother Rin.
I like
Brother
Win.
Win.
Brother win.
Brother
Win, no
Maui.
matter what.
Maui. It's a wonderful
And
thing.
what brings us together today?
I'm not getting it.
I know no
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Oh!
Love. True love. Have you the wing?
Okay,
Just go.
so last
you
week
the
when you were
wing?
doing the voice, he was what I was thinking of, but it was the same, I couldn't remember his
No,
name.
Vicini.
No, sorry, in that movie. It was the guy.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, I was thinking of that character,
Oh, okay.
but I couldn't remember the actor's name or the character's name, so I just did the Grand Neg. Is that the same actor? That's why I was like, you tell me Grand Neg.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And
why
Brother
I
Rin's
missed it.
character is a human cleric, grave domain.
Of the grave.
That's right. He likes the grave. And I am Matthew, the Dungeon Master. So, before we get into the game, I got a couple things to talk about. First off, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Now that Lee is back from his little vacation, he was sick for a little while, so he's back. I had him organized. Now that we've moved, we discovered that we have a lot of models and terrain. I'm talking. That are in his studio that we really don't need anymore. So I had him organize it all, and it's actually quite a big pile. And we're going to be using them as giveaways for the next while on our live shows. So today, we've got this Fire Slayer Magmic Invocations. If you're not sure what those are, they're like the endless spells, but for Fire Slayers.
Such amazing models.
They're cool models, and they're actually really useful in
yes.
the game, which is saying something because we're not a huge fan of endless spells.
The last round of last three.
That's true.
Last three.
And when I say not a huge fan, I don't mean I don't like them. I just mean that usually they're not worth their points. So they're beautiful. At the break live, we're going to be giving them away. So if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, I'm sorry, but we will be doing giveaways now every week on Twitch if you're here live.
Nice.
But you need to be here at the break. So and you have to be ready to be on the chat. So make sure you're logged into Twitch and you're on the Twitch chat. So anyways, also shout out, of course, to the companies that make this possible. We've got tabletopaudio.com, Sirenscape. So it's actually not Sirenscape. I heard him say it the other day. It's Sirenscape.
Siren.
Really?
Like the siren.
Like the noise?
Like like the mythical creature, the siren.
Which makes noise.
Like the noise.
But it's Syrin, so I just always read that as Sirenscape. But I actually saw a commercial on Facebook. I saw an advertisement for Sirenscape. And it was really good. It was really good advertisement, actually. It was pretty well done. It was kind of funny but he called it Sirenscape. So all this time I've been saying Sirenscape. It's actually Sirenscape.
That actually makes
So
sense.
I apologize if the owner of Sirenscape has watched any of the episodes and has cringed at it, because I get it. I totally get it. When people MiniWarGames, MiniWarGames, right? MiniWarGaming,
Wars
capital M, capital W, capital G.
This is where you go. Had you sponsored the show, we would have said it properly.
Well, I actually did talk to the guy
Got him. Got him.
Roasted.
because you're supposed to. Actually, no, I didn't talk to him. I talked to the tabletop audio guy because you don't have to get permission for Sirenscape. You just have to make sure you pay the subscription fee and that you give him a shout out. Tabletop audio, you have to get permission because it's free. So I actually pay him for it as well because he deserves it because it's an awesome service.
Good stuff. I downloaded it this week.
Sirenscape?
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. I really like it.
Yeah, I use tabletop audio for my personal stuff.
I use for personal. I also just like make my own playlist on Spotify because it gives you. I don't want to use copyright music on our live streams because it's business related, and so. But at home, I can use whatever I want. So I use a combination of Sirenscape. I usually use Sirenscape when it comes to I want sound effects, like the apes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize you could add, like, when Sirenscape's up, there's, like, with
Like
each
almost like a
sound, with
soundboard,
each sort of
right?
sound, yeah, there's kind of like a soundboard on the one side where you can add, like,
Oh, you can
I'd like a
customize it
clap
too.
of thunder right now, kaboom.
Yeah, and you can time it well and really add to the narrative. So I've done
Tabletop
that.
audio is a similar one too.
Yeah, like when you went through that sandstorm,
Yeah,
that was
right.
Sirenscape.
Yeah.
And I actually chose. They had different soundboards ready, so when it increased, I clicked the other one,
Cool.
It adds to the tension.
and it really made you could feel. And I really cranked the volume of that one. I'm like, and the sandstorm is here, and it really you could really feel it. It was so cool. So I really highly recommend them. They both have their pros and their cons. Tabletop audio is really easy to use because it kind of mixes everything for you. You just click one thing and it's good. But it doesn't give you a lot of options. Like they do have a custom soundboard thing, but it's not as easy to use as Sirenscape's. But they have a lot of really good music, I find. Sirenscape, they have good music, not as much as tabletop audio, but they have a crap ton of sounds, and that's what I love about them. It's just you can really set the mood for wherever you are. You want to be in the jungle, you want to be in a dungeon, you want to be in a swamp, you want to be in a castle, want to be at a ball, want to be in a spaceship. They've got sounds for it all. Like just tons and tons of them. So they're both really good. And then of course, if you just want to make your own Spotify playlists, I always try to avoid really recognizable music from movies, but there's a lot of good soundtracks out there you can mix in to kind of mix it up. Also, you're going to be seeing some terrain from both Table War and Game Mat today. Maybe you'll see it. Just depends on how far we get.
Fair.
How far we fall? All depends how far we fall.
How far we fall. How many times we fall?
Don't even.
We might take the whole session just getting across this bridge.
Cotton.
just
Balls of cotton.
it's just the classes. Anyway, so just big thank you to those companies. I'll try to remember to put links in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. And as usual, we post this on YouTube Friday morning, Eastern time, and then we have our live session every Tuesday on twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming. We do a pregame starting around 12 Eastern time, and then we do the actual show at 12:30. It goes for about 4 hours with a break in the middle. Let's recap. I want you guys to do the recap for me. Just go ahead, anybody, whatever order. What happened last week? You started right outside. I'll get you started. You started right outside the cathedral where the Grandmaster was inside, and you had decided not to go in. Go.
No, I think we were further along.
No, we had just come out of the power plant after because did we go into the power plant last session or did
we
we?
saw them shoveling the coal,
First,
and then we were outside another building,
so-
and we decided to go into that building only to find these shipping container cell things.
That's right.
Yeah.
You had already done the power
Yes.
plant. That's right.
Yeah.
That was the first thing we walked into.
The High Lord Christophagous Walkus.
You're right.
Yeah.
He procured us a few more robes
Yep.
By making the cultist
by
strip.
rolling 20s in a row.
Don't care if you have advantage. Getting criticals is great.
Literally just
Keisha on the sound.
didn't even kill the cultists, just took it straight off their backs.
We did notice these weird shipping container type things, but nothing else. We unlocked all the crates that had prisoners inside that weren't crazy.
It didn't
That's
seem
true.
like they would
They didn't
cause
seem like they were
harm.
crazy. You're right. Which
Deranged.
is true.
Maddened.
Other than that, we walked
Madness.
directly to the weird spire thing.
Maddened 2019.
Met a bone devil who was talking to a cultist member of some sort. Didn't seem too happy with him.
No.
Gave him a little bit of the punishment.
A little bit of the
Little bit of the
evaporation.
punishment.
Disintegration.
At which point, High Lord Christophagous Walkus Delwater decided to walk towards the bone devil. I wet my pants.
Yeah.
And
You were on top of the gearbox.
Yo, that's right. I'm
You were
on gearbox in my robe. Trying
So
to
you
fall
look
over.
taller than you were.
He said some words. Gearbox flew away.
And we dared the devil many times.
That's what happened.
How dare you?
That is true.
He threw his arms at us. He gave us the hands.
Yeah.
And the tail.
And the tail.
And the tail.
We all almost died, yet Matthew couldn't roll a 2+ on a d20.
Well,
It was
he didn't need
embarrassing.
2+, he needed higher than that.
Whatever. Like it was
Many ones were
embarrassing
rolled.
for Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought it was just bad luck at the beginning of the encounter, but then it just went through the whole encounter.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Because remember how I started off? I'm like, I just kept missing. And then after a while, I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, oh, good. Now they won't die really fast. And then later on, I'm like, oh, I think they're going to die. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
There were like 3 attacks each with each guy that was attacking. Like, miss. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
We ended up learning that the Grand Master is just a husk for a little devil inside, kind of like Men in Black. And we learned that the Grand Master's brain is somewhere in a vault or treasure room. Treasury, right. Treasury.
Why don't you show that map, Rob, so they
Treasury.
can kind of point it out.
We've located the treasury to be right there.
Which is also apparently a laboratory?
Apparently. Mrs. Doubtwater found not the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right, totally not an Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
Right.
I have a floating hand from the Bone Devil.
right.
Totally didn't almost lose it.
By the way, who wants the third one? You don't want
I don't want the floating Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay.
Unless that might be cool.
The third one from its tail?
Yeah. It's the same device.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all identical.
I might attach it to my foot.
You can take somebody from far away.
Oh, that's right.
Why don't you touch it to your head? It actually it readjusts. You could put it around your head.
Why doesn't that seem super safe?
I don't want to try that.
It's too small to fit around your body, but it can fit around your neck and it can fit around arms and your legs.
I just
Wait a
guys, I
minute,
can't
wait a
see
minute,
up
wait a
there.
minute. If I put it around both my legs, can I float the rest of my body around?
No,
Just
it
my legs.
only propels the feet.
Well, how come I'll turn the other way around?
Yeah, but
Take
what
the
happens
rings,
when the feet
put 'em
come
this
off?
way.
Do you just
No,
fall
no.
onto your stumps?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
you literally would.
No, I
me
don't
this-
like that.
that's something morbid about that.
Okay, so how come
I find that
you?
disconcerting.
Like, there's got to be a way. Like if I put my this, the wrist flows away.
They're not- they don't
What if
look
I take it off
directional.
and put it the other way?
No, they don't look directional.
What? How does it know?
It just
It's like a bracelet.
it just
but
it knows
I'm
which
tiny.
part.
I'm tiny. I put it on my waist. Which side of me floats?
You're not tiny enough to put it on your waist.
I have 3 of them. I'm gonna make a belt.
Well, you don't. You haven't tried
Hey,
to reconfigure
Remember
them.
when we talked about you breaking games?
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, you're welcome to experiment. You are welcome to experiment with them, but they always know which side is your body. It's the appendage that floats.
All right.
So
You have a floating shield.
Yeah,
And we'll tie a dagger to your stump so you can stump.
so what?
Floating shield
So what, I'm
floats.
just gonna stand out of the room and have a floating Morningstar and shield float
Actually,
into
you
the room
do
and
that, and then we'll put 2 daggers on your stumps.
you could. You totally could.
just call it. Guys, I'm dealing with this.
We'll model this. We'll model this.
Yeah, and then I need a floating hand sword and a floating shield.
Wouldn't that be cool?
We then ended up going to the back of this area, and we found more brains in
Well,
jars.
before that,
More
we
brains.
should,
He found
we
the
should
brains.
note that the island is in a little bit of chaos at the moment.
Yes. Yes.
The
Sokovia is
prisoners-
falling.
Yeah,
It
Sokovia is
turns
falling.
out destroying the leader of the cult turns the cult. into-
Yeah. So we
It's
have
almost
about
like cults aren't
24
stable or
hours ish,
something.
maybe a little less, before the floating island runs out of gasoline
Coal.
and coal.
Coal in this case. Oh, it was. You never said coal. It was always ore, right?
Or what?
Black ore.
Black ore. That like.
Really?
I heard it. I just ignored it because it was a really bad joke. I don't acknowledge really bad jokes.
Only just
Oh, you do.
bad joke.
No. It's like really, really bad. So they're so bad that they're good. I'll acknowledge those.
Okay.
It wasn't bad enough. That's what he's telling you.
Yeah. You're in that middle ground where it's just not even like acknowledgeable.
The middle ground is the point where we talk about for a really long time about how it wasn't worth talking about.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, that's what the joke was.
Exactly.
I liked it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm there for you.
So whoever timestamps on the YouTube video where the game starts, you're the real hero.
Yeah. Anyway, so you went there. You started talking about some brains and jars, but you skipped the fact that before we got to the treasury, you realized that there was a bridge
Yes.
of floating
stones.
discs that nobody wanted to try to go across.
I was willing to go.
Well,
You almost did.
Send a hand across. It hit something.
Turns
Fell
out,
forever.
Hand didn't like it.
Yeah.
Between the 9th and the 10th one, it just kind of like you lost feeling in your hand, and you lost the sensation of where it was. But you watched it. Just
We put Gearbox into the wall, and now Gearbox is Skynet.
Yes.
So you found the brains in the jars, who turns out they control the thing so you can get across the bridge. And when you're in the middle of trying to persuade them to let you through, Gearbox just said, "Hey, just plug me in," and you did. And then
Gearbox explained there's an anti-magic field between the 9th and 10th
right.
floating disc. The control for it is on the other side. And we could negotiate with the brain to keep the discs floating, but Gearbox is taking over.
And he'll totally keep them floating for you.
Yeah, he would, right?
But we still have to do the jumps.
Yeah. Well, we physically can't make it.
I'm too
strong enough.
old,
Their
and
strength is 9.
he's too small.
Okay.
Their strength is too low.
So
So that's where we're at now. So
Yes.
you're basically heading back over there.
I think we're there.
You basically got there. So you got back, and you're now standing in front of the 10 discs that lead across this chasm. That's 85 feet.
While we were walking back, Flugelhorn and I discussed many things. None of them were good ideas.
They were all
You mean
too
like
dangerous.
between last week and this week, you guys talked about it?
Yeah. As we're walking back to the spot,
Okay.
we did the math. Turns out, nope.
So they're 3-foot discs
Yeah.
with 5 feet between them. The rules for long jump is that if you have 10 feet of run, you can jump your strength. Not your strength modifier, but your strength.
You did tell me to do the math on the 3-foot cube of rock, how much weight all that.
Right.
It's 10 pounds.
10 pounds?
That's what the spell says.
Okay.
10 pound max.
10-pound max.
Yeah, so I can't anchor.
Right.
But
Oh, if you could do like a big chunk of rock
Yeah.
and then use that. Yeah. So you can jump your strength in feet, but if you don't have that 10 feet, you're doing a standing long jump, it's half that. So there are 5 feet between them, which means you would need strength 10, and both of you have strength 9, right? Or maybe even 8.
8.
You're both 8, so you can jump
Yeah,
4
very
feet.
similar stats, actually.
You can both jump 4 feet. So you're too old and you're too little.
Yeah.
So
Well, either one of you can try, both of you can try. Hopefully, you can find the switch.
What kind of
Because-
are we needing athletics to do the jump across?
the jump is automatic.
But the landing.
The landing's automatic too, as long as it doesn't move.
And if it
You
does,
only
move,
have to make a roll for a long jump. If we're following the regular rules, you only have to make a roll for acrobatics if you
I
land in
understand that.
difficult terrain. And so if this thing remains solid and it doesn't go like this, then I would count that as not being difficult terrain, and you don't even have to make a roll.
I was consulting my spell book, and if you guys can get across and turn off the anti-magic field with a short rest, I can teleport us both across.
how can you begin it with a teleport? Can you teleport one of us halfway there first?
I can't bring anybody with me.
You can't do the thunder step and bring people with you?
I can. It's a 3rd level spell. I need a short rest.
Oh,
to
you're out of
set one
spell
I'm out of
slots.
spell
I
slots.
see. So you can, but you're
I
too
can
tired.
also
You're
do,
too tired
I also
to.
do my conjuration.
But we
my
did a
school
short.
one.
Didn't we do a short rest?
Not since. No, not since we left the.
Because I burned hit dice.
Since we left.
No, he was busy reconfiguring. He was
That's
the only-
true.
He did not benefit from a short rest. They did. You were like trying to reconfigure
Yeah,
the
he was trying
throne,
to figure things out.
while everybody else just kind of hung out, searched the area. And so you did not get. He did not get the short rest.
Yeah, I can get a level 3.
Do you want to do the jumps? I'll do the jumps. Unless.
I have the +0 to my dex, but I do have.
Hold on, are we having a conversation in character here?
I feel like arthritis is acting up.
Your arthritis, dear. Your arthritis.
These two don't feel they can make the distance.
You're both rather old.
I think I can make
That's true,
those
yeah.
jumps.
Are you up for it? It is
Like we should tie
quite a few.
What's the worst that can happen? I could die.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe that is the
that's what it
worst.
is.
I can do that before.
That is the worst, dear.
You don't know that.
Oh, that's right.
I have a certain comfort level with death.
We can tie you. We can tie. We have how much rope we have? 100 feet.
You got enough to make it all the way across.
Do we?
Yeah. I had 50.
I don't have any.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay, we have enough then. All right, we can.
But I don't know how I'm going to turn off the anti-magic sheet.
Your box did say there was a switch inside.
Did it?
Yes.
But who knows what lies inside?
Hopefully, just a switch.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just a room with a switch.
It's just one big
And
lever.
the brain.
And the brain. And answers.
I'll do it.
Okay. We should probably just tie you off, just in case you fall. You can hit your head inside the rock. We'll drag you back up.
Sure.
Any ideas how to do that?
How to tie him off?
There are plenty of rocks and things around. If
do
anybody has climbing gear, does anybody have climbing gear?
Nope.
Because part of climbing gear has those little pittons.
The pittons?
Well, I have one of those.
You have one of those?
Would it be an adventurer's gear?
Oh, yeah.
If you have a dungeoneering
I know.
Nope.
kit, there.
You have a pitten that can last an hour.
Here, I have a 3-foot stake. Start hammering to the ground.
Ding.
Ding.
Oh no, it took damage. It's gone.
Is it damaged?
He just got hit by a hammer.
I know it got damaged.
But then
Yeah,
he missed and hit your hand instead, and you took the damage.
Wow, why would I take damage? How long
That's
did it
actually
cost?
solid.
I know.
If you poke something, you've done damage to it.
You don't think that you could just? Well, I guess not. If
Okay.
If the three of you just held it,
A nail. How long would it take? Maybe. I'm.
is there
You
not?
are-
Okay, hold on. If I put a nail through a piece of wood,
Yeah.
have I not done damage to that wood?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I'm conjuring the nail.
Right, the nail. But the rule says if it does damage.
Oh, to the ground? Does the
is
ground have
damage.
HP? Does the ground have HP?
Well, it
Does
could,
the ground have HP?
yeah, it's certain
I
about.
think the ground has the most HP.
Yeah, it has a lot of HP.
Is there not like
Wait,
a
it is
rock or
currently
something you
falling.
can throw it around?
That's true.
There, if you,
Like
the-
this. Well, I guess it looks kind of flat. It's not totally flat.
that's pretty not detailed. We're zoomed out
happening?
pretty far here. Yeah, you can find something to tie it around. Yeah, that's fine.
and you're gonna hold it as
But
well.
yeah, if you
right?
tried to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
a stake and hammer it into
Try.
something, you've either done damage or at least done damage to the thing, and it would
So
disappear.
you tell me if someone with a shovel start digging? Oh!
The shovel's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna,
So you can summon anything that's useless.
I'm gonna make sure.
Oh, that's when I realized when he put the little closet inside the cage, if all I had done was go scratch, it would have
Oh,
disappeared.
100%, but you didn't know that.
But the closet didn't know that, so I wasn't gonna have him do
That's
that.
awesome.
I'm gonna make sure everything's secured on me. My weapons, my gear,
All right,
that rope.
The rope.
the rope's tied around your waist. with
Wait,
a bowline
hold
knot,
on, dear.
not a
Before
slip
you
knot.
go, I wish you the best of luck. And I
Wait
got,
a minute.
I-
Wait a minute. I got an idea. Put one of these on.
what is one of
You
those?
can give him guidance from a distance.
Oh, yes.
How do you feel about this?
Don't let that fly out past the Unite disc.
It is quite scary. You
You
don't want that to
You
happen.
get 9 guidances.
Okay.
Oh, okay, dear. Now my infinity gauntlet.
No, it's on this end.
Oh, it's on this end, right? Yeah. That's right.
It's a left-handed one.
Oh, it's the left-handed infinity gauntlet. Not infinity gauntlet.
I'm just gonna walk to the edge and sort of look down, and then maybe.
All you see is it goes down for as far as you can see, and it disappears off into just mists and fog.
I'll take a step back and just kind of give myself a little hop to that first disc.
Okay, so you hop,
Garrett will be on at the end of the rope.
and what's your strength?
My strength is 15.
So you can jump 7 feet without a run. So you hop this is a 5-foot gap, and then that's a 3-foot thing. So you hop it, and you land right in the center of it, and when you land cautiously, it doesn't budge.
I look back away.
As he does this,
So
it
far, so
deactivates.
good.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
He just thumbs up the seat like, ah!
The floating hand.
Guidance.
Well, he already has the guidance.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It lasts for a minute until
does
he
it?
makes a roll.
Okay.
I'll do the next.
Yeah, 'cause
one.
that's why-
because guidance does last a
every
minute.
time.
No,
I was
it's
supposed to eat and roll.
he didn't roll. It's
Yeah, I just realized
concentration for a minute,
Yeah.
and his next roll is guidance.
Just this floating old
Yeah.
lady's hand.
Just ready to
I'll hop again.
All right, so you kind of try to get whatever run you can and guess the distance as best you can. This time it's a little more nerve-wracking because you're further away from the edge, and falling seems like it'll have a bigger consequence. As no matter how good that rope is, it's going to swing you back pretty hard.
Oh no, he's going unconscious if he falls.
Yeah, and you hop across, you land just fine. The second one doesn't budge either.
Little floating
I'm gonna
nose
say a
hand.
little prayer to Kalina,
Okay.
because obviously, not a good time to lose faith. I don't look down.
What you doing?
I'll hop again.
None of your business. So you hop to the third one. Okay. So you go back a little bit. Everybody makes sure that they keep giving them slack, right? Nobody's holding on too hard to that rope.
No.
Yeah, no.
Can you imagine? Somebody forgets, they're just like,
mid-jump.
ah! They just falls back. So you hop to the third one, you land on it, it doesn't budge.
No, he's just messing with you. You're good.
I think we're okay. I'm gonna believe I'm okay.
His voice has changed.
As you look down over the edge, you realize now.
Oh, I don't look down.
You don't look down?
No.
So you just stay there like this?
I am focused on the end of the.
You gotta look down to see where your feet are gonna land.
Here's the thing.
Well, I just sort of glanced to where the disc is. I'm not going like.
If you do 3-foot circles on the dirt, 5 feet away from each other, it'd be no problem. No problem. So
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I love how you say that. I mean, no.
Not a problem.
Well, it's like,
As
when
long
you're,
as
it's,
they're
like,
going
it's like when you're balancing just on like a little curb
The
thing.
curb, it's so
no
easy.
problem.
It's so easy.
All of a sudden,
Don't
it's
look down.
100,000 feet above the ground. You just feel a little more.
I hop again.
To the fourth one.
Yeah.
All right, you land it. Nothing budges so far. So far, so good. Tell me when you're hopping.
I go.
Okay, so you hop to the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, but the eighth is fine.
Oh.
Okay, and you land on the ninth.
Guide.
Now
Okay.
this-
Because it's anti-magic, right? On the 9th?
What between the ninth and the 10th is where.
Oh, the 9th and the 10th. Okay.
So you're
The
landing on the
10th
ninth.
is the other. Is the 10th not the other
No,
side?
there's 10 discs. So between the ninth and the 10th,
Yeah, there's two.
so there's
that
11
made.
jumps basically.
Oh.
So you've made it to the ninth one. So now you are aware, and you can kind of sense. It's invisible to the eye, but having powers yourself, you can feel this resistance, not physically, but it's disrupting the weave of magic, and you can almost taste it. You can almost see it with your eyes, but it's really another sense that the party that's learned to control,
Get over here.
to control magic and control that weave. So you can feel it. You almost hear a little hum coming from the distance as this building is now much closer, and there's only one disc, and then what looks like solid ground on the other side.
What looks like solid
Do you think the
ground.
last disc is a lie? I have a feeling the last disc is a lie.
And you've got
What was for.
you've
I
got
can't
you've got
make the whole
75
distance,
feet.
though, can I?
You've got 75 feet of
Like,
rope
can I
behind you.
skip the disc?
That would be 5, 3, 3. It's 11 feet of gap, so you'd have to jump 12 feet.
You know what?
You
Just,
need
just
a
Assassin's
strength-
Creed it.
You need a 24 strength to jump it without any run.
Just take a leap of faith.
It's a squid. You hear an eagle.
Just leap of faith.
You're like, what is he doing?
And
it turns out
Reset.
there's
Reset.
a bed of straw right here on the cliff. It's like,
perfect. I'm gonna push the save button right now.
Yeah, exactly.
all right. You jump into the 10th.
One quick save.
So you guys all see Brother Rinda standing there on the 9th, just kind of looking forward.
The hand is
Still.
actually massaging his shoulders.
Perfectly still.
It's like, you can do it, dear. You can do it.
A second hand comes up and touches the other shoulder.
This is a weird sensation.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
Little pat in the boom.
I'm gonna go into my equipment pack and
There's that parachute.
Pull out your.
pull out a torch
Okay.
and just sort of toss it on that last disc.
Okay. So you throw the torch, and it lands on the last disc.
Hopefully
It
it's-
appears to be solid. It doesn't jiggle. So as far as you can tell, it's identical to all the rest.
Okay, I do it then. I jump for that last
All
one.
right. With a short prayer, you run. You can't help but close your eyes just for the last part. And as you land on the disc, it's fine. It doesn't move.
You're not supposed to interfere.
Oh,
So you're on the last disc.
I can see the
It's like just,
platform down.
Yeah, there's just 5 feet between you and what appears to be solid ground.
I'll jump.
Okay, so as you jump, you land on it, and a bunch of the rocks are loose. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, I have inspiration. I'm gonna burn it on this.
Okay. It's probably from a long time ago, right?
You're guided too, by the way.
Am I? I'm in a magic show.
He doesn't have to add it. Oh yeah, the guidance is gone.
Oh, okay, because the magic field, right?
Yeah, you don't feel guided anymore. In fact,
Okay, so I have +2 on the throw.
Okay, you're good. There you
I'm
go.
not good.
what's the highest?
11.
Okay, so you land, and you guys watch him land and fumble as some of the rocks give away and they fall out behind him, and your feet slip, and you actually find yourself sliding backwards down. But just at the last moment, you're able to grab a rock and pull yourself up. It was a DC 10 check. You made it. And so you're just kind of lying there on your stomach.
I pull myself up. I
Yeah.
roll on my back and just look up for a little bit.
Oh, dear.
It's okay!
Can you find something to tie the rope to on that side?
You need to give me a moment!
That was a close one.
Okay. I'll start looking. What?
There's lots of places.
Is there
to tie.
somewhere to tie off?
Yeah, you can find a place. In fact, there's some vegetation here. It looks like a bit of some sort of plant that would be able to hold the weight. Like has thick enough branches.
You want me to trust a plant?
Well, it's like rooted into. It's like a small tree.
So I take the rope off my waist, wrap it around a few times, and then tie it off good.
All right, so now there is this slack rope going across this 85 feet. So
can I try to tighten it
Can we
from
pull
the
it
one
so
end?
that it's not slacked?
you can do your best, but going across 85 feet,
Sure,
there's
sure.
always going to be a lot of slack. Unless you have some sort of machinery on the other side
That's
to
fine. We
really
can
tighten.
make another
The weight of
rope.
the rope makes it very hard to tighten.
We can tie another rope around your waist and then, like, maybe 5
Like,
feet long, and then
create a-
loose knot around the thing and slide with it.
You're just lucky that one of their skills isn't like knot tying, and you guys fail that roll.
Oh, like zip line?
And you don't get to roll it
I think
until
that
the
would fall
knot
under
is tested.
survival.
True. But this is simple enough.
All right. Summon
Yes.
my hand back.
So yeah, we're gonna try to rig that up.
Do you want to try it, or do you want me to go in and see if I can
No,
find a switch?
wait for Flugelhorn!
I guess I will try to jump across as well.
What kind of precautions have you taken? What, are you tied to anything, or are you just going to
we
jump
have
it?
we have any more rope? You have rope. You need more rope.
I don't have rope.
I just have the rope that.
How long across are we total?
85 feet.
We can probably spare. No, we can't. We can probably 10 feet of that. No, we can't really. All right, gotta find some else.
I have
85 feet plus
Check.
the feet to get to the
sticks
things,
of incense.
plus tying it off.
Yeah.
That's your and plus the slack. It's going to easily use your 100 feet.
No one else has rope?
Apparently just do
It's
this.
not a default.
I do have a blanket. Can I zip line with a blanket?
Try to get halfway through and be like, oh shoot, I'm way
What
below
is
those
it made
discs.
of?
Blanket.
Right now the rope is kind of this slack and it's laying across all
A
the
thick
discs.
quilted blanket made to keep you warm in
Yeah, no,
cold
it's a
weather.
blanket. Just a blanket. You don't have to read the description.
Okay, I think maybe you just hang on to the rope as you do your jump and
Just try to like
Well, you can jump and then if
you
it-
mean untie it from the one
No,
side?
no,
then?
no. Leave it as a line. Use like a rail.
Oh, because I guess it's not up
it's,
here, right?
it's slack and it's lying across
Okay.
the disc, but you can kind of like pick it up, jump across,
Okay.
pick it, and then just use that. And maybe if you fell, maybe you could hold on to it. It would
Okay.
obviously not be automatic.
So I will try to do that to the best of my ability.
Okay, so holding onto the rope, you
Yeah, I guess I'll put my hands up.
What's your
so I gotta,
strength again?
18.
18. Okay, so you're able to stand and jump 9 feet. Okay, so you find yourself, you just skip across the whole thing all the way to the other edge.
Okay.
Rin probably warns you about the loose rocks, so you don't have to make a roll at the end.
Okay.
And you're fine.
I
So-
maybe even I'm there with my hand.
Yeah, you kind of grab on him as he gets there and you just kind of yank him to the ground.
Thank you.
So the two of you are across, no problem.
Should we
We're having tea.
Okay, so you're just gonna sit down and take a break.
should we arrange to get you guys across?
Did I go find that switch? I take
Okay.
a short rest.
You can start taking a short
Is
rest.
there a door into this thing?
Yeah, so in front of you, so it's this solitary building.
Can't
It's
look at that right now.
is sitting there atop this floating islet, and you can kind of hear the rumbling underneath you of its little engine or whatever it is that's keeping it afloat. And it looks similar to the big building in the center, except it's just a smaller version of it. So while all the
Okay.
other ones are like more gentle pyramids, this one's another kind of
More
tall, spiky one.
obelisk
So
kind of?
yeah, so it looks like there's something different about it. And so yeah, right in front of you there is an opening. It's not even a door; it's actually just open. So you can, as you look inside, as you go up a few steps and look inside, it's a mess. There's just piles of junk everywhere. It kind of reminds you a bit of the control room that you were in. That there's just garbage piled up everywhere, and you can make out tables. Looks like laboratory equipment. There's stuff hanging from the ceiling, wires hanging from the ceiling, wires coming out of everything. At first glance, just looking in, you can't really make out much from the mess. There is some light coming in from some breaks in the ceiling and in the walls as well. But where you're sitting outside of it, that's all you can really make out. So do you guys want to walk inside?
It is what we're here for. So let us inspect this
I'm gonna
lab.
have my weapon and shield out though.
Yeah.
That's
Naturally.
trustworthy.
What are you trusting?
that this is a safe place.
Okay, so as you walk in, you see more of the same. It definitely looks like it was set up as some sort of lab. because you see working tables of all sorts with instruments on top of them, but it's all very disorganized. Like some of them have been tipped over. You can see that there's machinery all over, but a lot of it's been disassembled. There's even machinery in some of the walls that's been ripped apart, and there's just giant piles of garbage everywhere. And so now that you're inside, you just see it's more mess. You look up and you can see more of these instruments hanging from the ceiling. None of it seems to be in operation right now. So how would you like to proceed at this point?
Anything that looks quote unquote like a switch or lever
Are you just going to stand there and look
in
around?
the doorway. Yeah.
All right, give me a perception check. You're inside now. You're not just in the doorway.
23.
What you do make out, you're not sure if it's a switch, but somewhat towards the center of the room, there seems to be a particularly large pile. And that pile looks like it was kind of placed there on purpose. It looks like it might be hiding something in the middle of the room. But you're not sure if that's where a switch would be. You don't make out any switches, per se.
What are all these strange instruments in here? What went on in this laboratory?
I'll pull out the wristband thing that I got.
Okay?
I'll be like, probably like this. Who knows?
It looks like it fits over your wrist.
I'm not putting anything on my wrist.
No? You don't trust it?
No.
What wonders will it produce?
Okay. Let's.
But you don't realize it's a wristband of +5 to all your stats.
I did not realize that, unfortunately.
But he'll never put it on. We'll never find out.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Let's move to the center.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the pile of stuff right in front of you. What do you want to do? You can't really make out anything like.
It looks intentionally placed there.
Yeah, you're not sure what's on. Like it looks like it's covering something.
I'll start to uncover whatever it might
So
be.
you're going to start pulling pieces off.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you pull pieces off, you come across, after probably about 2 minutes of searching, so it's only been about 5 or 10 minutes, about 2 minutes of searching, you come across a big tome sitting on what looks like, what do you call that?
Like a podium?
Like a podium kind of thing that's inside of there. And it's a very intricate book, like a tome. It has all sorts of gears on it. And you notice, you don't pick up this part, you notice like what looks like an astral cord, like some sort of wire coming out of it that goes further into the pile. So, and when you look at it a little closer before you touch it, the gears look like they are functional and not just aesthetic. And the wires lead further into the pile of junk.
Can we try to figure out where the wires go?
Yeah. So you're not going to touch the book? Just going to leave it?
I think we're going to leave the book alone for now.
Okay. So you start moving more stuff aside, and as you move, you realize at one point you pull one piece, and it just kind of, the whole pile of junk just topples to the side. It's like, just all sorts of noise as metal comes down, and what's revealed underneath it is a familiar sight. It's another one of those cylinders, and inside is floating a very strange-looking brain. And it has the same little circular thing out front of it with the cross hatching.
Hello, Grandmaster.
And the brain just kind of bobs and turns a little bit, and then you hear, "Ah, finally somebody's come here. I've been stuck here for quite an age. Have you come to free me from this confinement?"
Not exactly. We are here to look for the lost laboratory of Qualish.
Well, this is it. You found his laboratory, or at least one of them. Now you called me Grand Master. How did you know I was the Grand Master?
Well, let's just say I knew who you were by the sight of your brain.
How would you know me by the sight of my brain?
Because we found a brainless body. Or we made a brainless body.
You made a brainless body?
Potentially, yes.
Now I'm confused. How did you make a brainless body?
We killed you.
Is this you? You killed me. Nope, you didn't kill me.
Well,
That's not how I remember it, at least.
we killed a little demon in your body. A little devil.
A little devil in my body. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just been a long time.
Have you always been a floating brain in a jar?
No, of course not. I was once a mighty bone devil.
That
What?
is what we killed.
But no, you didn't kill me. This machinery took my brain.
How did you end up like this?
Well, I was exploring this room right here, and then all of a sudden I fell into a trance, and some machinery came down, sliced open my head, extracted my brain, and shoved it into this canister.
I start looking up.
I don't feel safe here, Ren.
You see all sorts of machinery that has saw blades and things that look like they could cut, and things that look like they could grip. They don't seem functional right now, though. They're all inert, or at least they're not moving. I'm not sure if they're on or not.
Do you know how to drop the anti-magic field that surrounds this laboratory?
Perhaps. I'm willing to help you, if you are willing to help me.
What do you ask?
Well, I want my body back. Clearly you know where it is, because you keep talking about it, even in weird ways. Like a tiny devil inside of it. Well, I guess there was always a little voice inside of me trying to tell me to do good.
Was it?
But I don't think that's what you're talking about. So clearly you know where my body is. Bring it here, and I'll take care of that anti-magic field for you.
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
We don't have time for that.
Ain't no got time for that.
I don't even know how we would get it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't even know how we'd get it across this floating pathway.
Well, how did you get across?
By jumping.
Well, then just throw it. It'll be fine.
Idiot.
Just throw it.
Oh yeah, throw it to each of the discs, and jump to the next disc, and then throw it to the next disc. You guys look like strong people. Sure, you could do it.
What can you tell us about this book here?
Well, like I said, you help me, I'll help you.
Not
But
really.
but just to be clear, don't touch the book until I help you.
Not really okay with helping a devil here. Does seem sort of wrong.
Well, I am the devil, you know.
You got me there.
You got logicized.
Hey, I've been stuck here for decades. All right, you go get me my body back. I'll help you with everything you need to know. I'll help you with the book. I'll help you find. Obviously, you're looking for Qualish's laboratory. I'll tell you where it is. I'll disable the anti-magic field. We'll work together on this.
Are you dependent on this tube?
Well, no, it's more like everything is dependent on me. I control everything in this room.
Again, I glance up.
Yeah, that's right. Be careful.
Here's the thing. All of this is going down.
Well, no, not as long as I stay in control. This will be fine.
What, this little thing we find?
Yeah.
Aren't you attached to the big rock outside?
No? Did you not notice this floats on its own?
How do you get your fuel then?
Oh, I've got a big reserve down below. It'll last for a few more years. I don't need as much as the big island.
Who's shoveling it?
Well, it's the original fuel. This is a small one. Like, laws of physics dictate that I don't require as much fuel to keep a small one. Like, can you see the proportion of the size of this island to the proportion of the size of the bigger island?
When he starts talking like that,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been connected to this thing for too long. It taught me way too much stuff. I didn't know any of this stuff before I got attached. Turns out it needs a brain, but my brain needed more brain. It's all good.
I'm still confused on how you got here.
I already told you. I came in here, and then
But what was it before you came in?
this room,
Yes.
or this island.
All of it.
Well, this room was Qualish's laboratory.
And you were friends, working with, knew of Qualish?
Not exactly.
I see.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh,
Who likes you?
24.
24. All right. Well, you see, many ages ago, Qualish worked here. He found this place, and he did a lot of experiments. And one of the experiments was tampering with the portal. Back, you saw my throne, right? Pretty nifty throne. If you killed my body, I'm assuming you saw my throne.
It was a chair.
It was awesome, right? Yeah. So that throne on the back, there's actually a gate, and Qualish opened the gate to my realm, the Nine Hells. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but it was awesome.
If we get you your body back, will you go back?
To the 9 hells?
Yes.
Sure.
That didn't really sound convincing.
What do you mean? It's just a brain and a voice box. How can I sound more convincing than sure? Yes, I will go back.
Should we help him? I mean, I know we don't really seem to have a choice.
Super tea.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do you think we're going to save a? I'm having a moral quandary.
Oh, I agree. I'm just trying to rationalize if there's any reason we should do this.
I'd like to take this time.
Okay, I'll
to
tell you what.
negotiate my ways.
I'll make you a deal. I'll give you a little bit of what you want. Okay? I'll turn off the anti-magic field. And then you go get my body. And once you got my body, I'll unlock the book and tell you everything you need to know.
How do we put your squash?
You don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of it. I just need my body back. It took me a while to figure it out. By the time I did, my body was gone.
If we're doing this, can we leave our wizard here to inspect?
I don't care what you do as long as you bring my body. I'll turn off the anti-magic field, or I'll tell you how to turn it off. But the book stays here.
Well, we should maybe consult with the others.
Give us one moment.
We'll ask them, but we don't think they're going to be very keen.
So you hop across?
Well, I don't hop across. I'm going to yell.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say we stand on the
All right, so
edge
you stand on
and-
the other
I have
edge.
a 9 intelligence now. I don't think I really. I'm like,
There's a bone devil and
so we found the brain.
What?
The brain.
Did you smash the jar and take it?
No.
But that's what you're there for.
I have to kill that deer.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You have to send it back.
One way or another, you idiot.
He says, if we bring his body,
Yeah?
he can put a squash back in it, and he'll go home.
I don't like squash deer. I've been more into pumpkin.
Just kill the brain.
I don't know that we can.
It's surrounded in a jar. You smash the damn thing.
Seems easy enough.
Do you guys remember what you have to do to that thing?
No.
You said the non-academics across.
No, but hold on. Why don't you remind everybody about why we're here?
So
I'm good at the smashing. And then the saving.
So Mrs.
then
Delwater
nothing else.
has to either convince the Bone Devil to go back to hell,
Which
Or-
we just do, right? We just throw
So
my
just
chair.
the-
He's already agreed to do
all
that.
of this
or
sounds like a you problem.
we have to kill it.
We need to know how to get to Donya Glunye.
Dunja Glunja.
That, yes.
Close enough.
Are there any like manuals inside there?
There is. There's a
Maps?
Big, there's a big book.
I didn't get it.
He says we can't touch it.
He's a brain, right?
Sounds like a good way that we'll become that brain
There's
too.
one of those wire things.
Gearbox here. Anything's happening in there?
You don't know.
There's one of
Remember,
those
he
wire
took that.
things going to the book.
It's also apparently independent from the big island.
How are we supposed to get the book over, or not the book, the body over there?
He says to throw it.
Okay.
He's an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your fault. That was a little hard.
Doubtwater has lost it. He said it.
Get the book, kill the brain, get back over here!
I am working with idiots. I might sell my soul to the devil himself. Not again, but again.
Don't look at me.
I forgot to tell you guys, I can get there with a short rest, but take a long rest to get back.
That doesn't leave us much
I
time.
can kill the brain, get the book!
We can get him to turn off the field if we go get his body.
Yeah, I should be there in about 90 minutes! But then, we gotta take another long rest.
So you'll turn it off so you can come over and we'll go get the body.
That's
Look
cool,
around.
but let me explain to you one more time. In about 90 minutes, no, sorry, about 50 minutes, I can get there, but then we gotta wait for tomorrow before I get back.
But don't forget the doomsday clock. We're going to fall to our
That's
death.
what I'm saying. Kill the brain, get the book, let's go.
I forgot you couldn't jump, you small person.
That's racist.
Oh, it all comes out now.
Over 80-foot gap.
Kill the brain, get me the book.
We have some moral dilemmas about bringing the body.
We can try to get the body, but I think it takes a long time.
He's short and I'm old.
And he's old.
And he's old.
Look, I soiled myself getting over here. I can't come back
Well, that all
and do
depends.
it again.
Alright, why are we going to plan B? Plan B is kill the brain, get the book.
Sounds a lot easier from the other side of the discs.
Well, you're young and I'm old and he's old.
He's got Eldritch Bolt and...
What do you mean he, you dirty? What do you mean he? Just because I'm looking like I'm not myself.
If she starts firing Eldritch Bolts in the room, you can tell her to aim left, higher, lower, to hit the crit.
I'm at 5 HP.
What is an HP? I don't sell that kind of sauce here.
I think this is tomorrow. I think you better come on back and we'll...
We just have no bloody time.
Well,
What are we arguing about?
I got a third plan. Try to kill the brain, get the book, let's go.
I hate you. I'm gonna walk back inside.
You're probably gonna be fine. Oh, they're gonna die. We're just gonna wait here forever.
You walk back inside.
I start walking back and kind of look at Rin, seeing if he's gonna at least leave there yelling nonsense.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Maybe tell the brain that Desmodius... Who's looking for him?
Asmodeus.
Kyrus.
Kyrus.
Kyrus, yeah, Kaiser. Kyrus.
Try to threaten him with Kyrus.
He's pretty confident.
That's because he's in a tube.
Good now, maybe just kill the brain, get the book.
We'll go talk to him.
Is he surrounded in fluid?
Yeah,
Pierce the bubble fluid.
like the other brains.
Then make the fluid come out.
I'll see what I can do.
Sounds pretty gross.
You think kill the brain?
Maybe you could. Ah, never mind.
They were no help.
Back to team.
This all comes back to us again.
Either way, we have to make a decision.
Go on, smash it, kill the brain, get the book.
You do other hand stuff. Yeah.
Ren was so nice to me that one night. Now, I'm a man. I jumped off 80 feet.
The hired muscle.
Dirty.
You can help.
We walk back into the
Dirty.
brain.
I think they're so young.
I don't think we can get you your body.
Well, then I guess I'm not gonna get you what you need.
Did you hear that whole conversation inside?
I sure did. It was pretty loud.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
if you're
thought.
thinking of killing me, well, go ahead. But then you'll have like a few seconds before this whole thing plummets to your death.
You could just be saying that.
I
That
could
is
be.
a-
You're right. Absolutely.
That is a fair point.
Oh, hold on,
sir.
hold on, hold on. All of a sudden, you hear, and the whole thing stops rumbling, and it just you kind of free fall for just like 5 seconds.
Do we see the thing fall?
Yeah, you see the thing just start to plummet, and then it's like and all of a sudden you hear, whoa, and the whole thing shakes, and you just crash to the ground,
Okay, I get up, I go back inside.
and then like slowly goes.
Go and get his butt.
Did you just see that?
What?
Did you kill him?
Just go and get it.
That was rather fast. Where were you when we needed back then?
I'm gonna start jumping back across.
I'm done dealing with you people. Just go get the body.
I got it.
So Gary, you
We'll
skip
we'll
across.
chop him up, bring him back.
Is he leaving me?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're
go
by
look for the
yourself
body.
now. You feel this adrenaline surge. You like skip across faster than you made it. You're like over like 10
You
seconds.
want us to get the body,
One.
dear? I'm
You
gonna
don't even stop. You're just like,
minor
one,
image and
two,
act. Let's
three,
go,
four.
dears. Let's go get the body.
bounding across 5 feet each
I
way.
just get to the other side, look at you,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
walk past you.
Wait, he wants his... Okay, so when he gets his body back, what's going to stop him from just killing us?
It'll at least be a fight. Right now, he can just drop the island and we die.
Yeah, but he's going to die anyway.
Yeah.
I guess we're good. You can go tell what's the name of the demon?
Kairos.
You can go tell Kairos that he's gonna die in a year or two. That should be good enough.
Yeah, but that doesn't get us where we need to go.
Oh, that's why part of the plan was get the book.
I have a feeling if I touch the book, I'm gonna light up.
Maybe we could bring him to his body.
He's in a big tube.
And we start walking back to the body.
I'm staying on the island.
Do you want to go back in?
Sure.
So you walk back in. He just kind of turns slightly and is like, "So, are they getting my body?" Huh? Hey, you.
The biggest brain already.
You. Hey, you. Are they getting my body?
I'm gonna go over to the book.
I wouldn't touch that for you. Are they getting my body? Want me to turn off the anti-magic field?
I start looking around it.
Hey, careful, don't touch that.
Can I figure out at all if there's any, like, if he's just deceiving me? I have pretty good insight.
You do have good insight. The hard thing is to read him. Your passive insight is down right now because
He has no body.
if you have disadvantage
How
with
do you
insight.
read a brain?
So go ahead, give me a disadvantage insight. So that your passive insight is 18, but right now it's 13. So 13 doesn't make you think he's lying. So with disadvantage, do you get higher than
That's
13?
not good. Well, I got a 12 plus my insight of 8, which
That's-
takes me to 20.
Wow.
He does not appear to be lying. Everything he said so far seems to be true.
What happens if I touch the book?
Well, it's all part of the controls.
Yeah, but you're in control of everything, right?
Yeah, but I don't want you to have the book.
And I don't want you to have your body.
Well, I see we're at an impasse. So you're not getting my body? So I should keep the anti-magic field
My
on?
friends have gone to get your body. I don't know if they'll make the jumps.
Well, I can turn off the anti-magic field if that helps.
Well, why don't you let me take a look at the book, and that'll let me know if
It's only been an hour, man. Okay, let's go.
you let me look at the book, and we'll know if it's valuable enough that the body can come across.
Give me a persuasion check. No disadvantage, just regular.
18.
Fair enough. So the book, all of a sudden, the gears start to turn. It's click, 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 and just in an indecipherable pattern. You look at it, and if you try to figure it out, there's no way. And all of a sudden you hear click. He's like, "All right, you can open it."
I'll open it.
Okay. So as you open it up, it's inside. It's basically just a big tome, but
Okay.
it was locked essentially. So as you start to flip through the pages, you see all sorts of notes. To you, though, it's kind of gibberish. You recognize it. It's very similar to the notes that you've brought along with you, and the stuff that your gnomish friend has been deciphering.
Can I leaf through it to look for anything like a map?
Yeah, you can. So give me an investigation roll.
Oh yeah, I'm horrible at that. What do we get, Steve?
17?
17 minus 1, 16.
Okay. So you go through and yeah, there's hundreds of pages in this book, and as you're going through, you do find some maps. You're not able to put them together though. You do see some references to a Dunia Glonier, and you see some fragmentary maps for it. You see some strange drawings that you're just not quite sure how to put it all together. But you do find some maps. It does seem to contain information on where that is, and you kind of, out of some luck, you come across some notes about how he's setting up a second laboratory, and even mentions something about interdimensional space and how he's experimenting with that.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah, exactly. You most of the time you're reading it, you're like, you find information, and you're like, this feels like it's important, but you
Is
just...
the only connection the book has those wires?
What's that?
Is the only connection the book have those wires?
That's what appears to be the case.
Can I just cut them?
You can definitely cut them.
I have a dagger. I'll just be like,
So you're gonna cut the wires?
Casually.
Okay. And as you go to reach for the wires, he goes, "No!" And you cut the wires, and all of a sudden you hear gunk, and the whole thing starts to shake. He's like, "You fool! I needed the book to keep control! How dare you!"
shut the book.
And you start running. Okay, so
Maybe I don't shut the book. I don't want it to lock. So I sort of like
You're
keep
keep it awkwardly beside you, open. It's like flapping in the wind. All right, so and you start running. Give me 3 athletics checks
Oh no.
and tell me your results of each. And that's as you're starting to run, everything starts to shake around you, and it's not falling yet. And you guys across the way, you look over and you see the whole island start to shake, and the engine, the light starts to sputter on the engine below, and you can see the thing starting to teeter to the side. So give me 3 athletics checks.
6.
6 total.
Oh yeah. 17.
And
5.
okay. So you don't make it out the room. Give me no, at this point. Then you're gonna have to give me an acrobatics check. So as you're about to get out the room, you find yourself not able to keep your footing well enough as you're trying to get out there. This book is flapping beside you, and stuff starts to fall all around you. So now to get out the entrance, I need you to give me an acrobatics check. This music
Do I
is
feel
not
like the
appropriate.
thing we're on is falling?
Not yet, but it feels like it's about to. Like it's teetering. Like the whole thing is starting to shift. And you can see like lab equipment starting to slide down. And
He took the book, he
and
cut it.
he cut
Now
the
he's
wires.
running with it.
He got him to agree to open the book, and he opened it, and then he cut the wire.
He followed plan A, B, or C.
Or all of them.
Look at
Can I just chuck the book out the door?
He went with abs.
Chuck the book out the door?
Mm-hmm.
You could try.
that. Why are you bending plan A, B, and C?
He's going with plan D.
Well, if I don't make the acrobatics check, and I get skewered or something, and then we plummet to the death, we lose, and
I mean, the book's gonna go with it. Too.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. Yeah,
The book's gonna fall too.
but if I pitch the book out the door, someone could come across and get it.
What was that?
Yeah, right. It's only 150 feet away.
The only other person who's getting it is walking back towards the body.
With the anti-magic field, my hand could go get the book.
We don't know.
You-
Yeah, probably. Not,
If
but-
it's gone, yeah. But anyways, what are you doing? You think about what you're going to do in a second.
Okay.
You're about to. You realize that you didn't quite make the door, and you've got to leap through, and as everything starts crashing around it. So
I'm going to do the leap, but I'm sort of going to push the book in front
So
of
you're going
me.
to take that at disadvantage then? If you want to do that as a disadvantage acrobatics
You're
check.
gonna make it. You gotta use that face.
Here's what's going to happen. You roll a regular acrobatics check and you make it through with the book. If you want to throw the book, I'll let that work, but at the cost of a disadvantage acrobatics check.
So the book will make it then, regardless. It'll just be a matter of whether I make it.
Correct.
But if I don't make it, then yeah, okay.
As this is all happening, you do feel that weave, that anti-magic field has dropped.
I'm going to jump and throw the book.
You do a little prayer first?
No,
No guidance?
no, I don't have guidance.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
So you're going to disadvantage acrobatics.
And make sure the book gets out. Yes.
Okay. Go.
11 is
So
the low
11
one.
plus 2 is 13.
Okay. So you leap as everything's crashing around you. You toss the book, which sails through all the debris, and you land. And as you look up, you see a huge chunk of machinery come straight down, and you manage to roll out just barely.
Oh.
And you roll out the door. It was a DC 10 check.
Da-da-da.
So you roll out the door, and you're just lying there as everything crashes behind you. And all of a sudden, you can feel yourself sliding a bit, and you look down, and you realize, like, if here's the discs, the island has tilted like this.
Oh, jeez.
And so right now, the book is sliding, and as you are too.
Go,
Slowly-
Mrs. Doubtwater hand!
So your hand's starting to go across?
Yeah.
So what was the flying speed that it has?
I think it was really, really
Get the
fast.
book! Get the book!
It's a flying speed of 40 feet, which means it can go 80 feet per round. So we're going to go to a round-by-round basis here. We don't have to roll initiative because you guys can decide
I
the
don't
order.
see the hand, I'm assuming, so I'm going
Oh,
to
not
slide
yet.
to try to grab the book.
So you're going to try to slide to grab the book.
Just
So right now,
assume.
so you've seen all this happen. You've seen him come out, and you see the book kind of sliding in front of him. Your hand starts to dart across. And so in one round, it makes it 80 feet. And so it's still 5 feet because it's 85 feet across the ledge. So I got this right here. I'm trying to keep track of Rin's sliding down, and there's the book, and it's
Is
going
that
down
water?
as well. And so the hand's just going so fast. You can feel yourself swooping across, and yet your brain is able to comprehend it. Okay, so you're sliding down. Give me another acrobatics check.
2 plus 2, 4.
Okay, so you fail at that. As you slide, all of a sudden the island starts to tip further, and you slide, and you reach for the book, and you push it further along. And all of a sudden you're sliding beside it, both towards it, and you've got 1 round before you slide off the edge. So your hand is now there. You see him doing this and fumbling towards the edge, and your hand is now in range to grab either the book or grab Rin.
No, grab the book.
Okay.
Well, he's not there to tell you this.
So
So
I
listen
see
to
it.
Jeremy.
I see it.
No, it's the worst. We had such
The
a
whole-
connection. I don't know. We had that one moment. It's the worst.
He's the one person who understands you.
Come on, what are you doing?
I'm going for the book. I'm going for the book.
You're going for the
I'm
book?
gonna go for the book.
Okay. So the hand turns, and you see all of a sudden you see this hand on the edge of one of these little devices coming up, and it goes not towards you, but towards the book, and it definitely snatches it up without any problem. As you slide towards the edge of the cliff, give me one last acrobatics check as you slide to the edge. You know what? I'll let you have a choice here. It can be either athletics or acrobatics, because you could use your strength to try to grab onto stuff as well.
It doesn't matter. They're both +2.
They're both the same.
Yeah, they're both
Okay,
+2.
so either way, give me a check.
Is that a 1?
No, but it's still that high. Total of 9.
9. Okay, so as you're sliding down, you try to grab a rock and you just don't get it. You see that plant and you reach up for it and you miss, and you find yourself all of a sudden you're 3 feet away from the edge, 2 feet away from the edge, and you fly over the side of the edge. And as you do, you see one last handhold, and you reach for it and you miss. And you watch Rin poof, fall off the side and plummet out of sight.
Does Garrett see this, or does he walk like, is he...
No, Garrett's off getting the body.
Oh. Friggin' crap.
And
We'll meet somebody else.
there's got to be a dungeon somewhere right here that you can just walk into and find a new adventure, right? So you're holding this book, and as you do that, all of a sudden the island just rumbles, and then the rumbling stops, and then it just drops. The engine turns off, and it drops.
There's got to be something I can do.
And after only a few seconds, probably about 5 to 10 seconds, it's out of sight of the clouds, and you hear a huge explosion down below, and you can see this roiling, all this fire coming up, the fireball explosion, and parting the way as you can see how far down it's gone. It's gone down about 500 or 600 feet.
How do you tell?
And now you're holding
Accomplish.
You're holding the book.
Bring it back.
Oh, that's right.
Get over here.
So you bring it back
yeah.
slowly this time, right? The hand is slowly floating back across.
What's sad music?
Ren UK.
Okay,
Ren.
can I send the? Oh, I guess I can't send the hand down. Okay, right? How? Do we remember what was the distance for the hand?
No, it hit the anti-magic field. That's the only thing you know.
Yeah, it went far.
I'm gonna send the hand down.
That's the corpse.
So you bring the book back, drop it, and
Yeah.
send the hand down in the general direction of where
Yeah.
he fell. Okay, so you send it down at its flying speed of 40 feet, so it just and so you get to the point where the clouds part and you get beneath it, and you realize it's just kind of, you can see the huge crater through the view point of this bracelet thing. And you can see the crater where this whole thing, and you can see more wreckages as if there was
wow.
more of the planar craft, and it was just like part of it just ripped out of the ground along with the ground that it was crashed into. So you get this view of it's basically a big crash site, and this thing then lifted up out of it. Give me a perception check. You can guide it too
I
if you
can
like,
guide
because
myself?
you're very aware that you're trying to do this, and so you're doing your little prayers to Asmodeus.
Oh jeez. That was a weird. 15. I don't think I can add my D10 to this.
What D10?
Because I get to add a D10 to any check.
Is it check or attack or save?
To any check or save. I think I already used it the last time.
Okay, well
think
if it
you
says
did.
check, you
Yeah.
can add it to this.
15. I think I used it already.
So perception roll of 15. So you search around for a few minutes, and you don't find them.
Oh, wow. It's like that scene in The Incredibles where it's that little flying thing like goes in and scans everything.
Yeah.
No.
The thing is, like, you don't find a body. You're not sure what that means, though, because you can't quite. You're so far down. You have no
Right.
idea exactly where the body would have gone. But looking around, you don't find Brother Rin's body down there.
Wow. All right. So it's just complete wreckage, right?
Well, what you're looking at mainly is, if you look at the picture,
It's just this island
It's-
right there.
yeah, you see that down there, but you also see
But
other
more.
structures like what you see on here, except they're totally destroyed. And there's this huge crater where this thing lifted out of.
Would the body be an object now?
Yeah. Well, you have locate object. Is that what you're gonna do? Is the body within 1,000 feet?
It doesn't have to be the body. You could look for my holy symbol.
I don't have that.
You don't have locate object?
Nope. I have that.
Okay, so you get back to the Bone Devil's body, and you start dragging it back.
Yeah,
And a few
go
minutes
over
later,
my shoulder.
yeah, it's heavy, but you're able to lift it. And a few minutes later, you arrive back at the sea.
And I'm assuming as I walk back,
You've noticed the island is no longer there.
and at that point, I just break into a sprint.
We're still holding the body.
Oh yeah. And I show up.
So you're exhausted and you're like sweating, but you get there.
We
And I just kind of like point to where the island was.
got the book, and we killed the brain.
Look around and
We didn't need you. Maybe if you were here, you wouldn't have died.
where did Rin? No.
We got the
Why?
We got the book,
Why did you?
and we killed the brain. I mean, not we. Like we.
He just kind of goes down to one knee. Why didn't you wait?
We got the book, and we killed the brain.
I don't
You
know
were
what
playing
happened.
with the bone devil.
He just kind of goes silent.
Wish you were here. Things could have been different. But this is how they turned out.
Have some bloody compassion.
This is how I grieve.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtwater's actually
Well, we got the book.
pretty sad as well.
That book. We could have found other ways to get it.
Let's maybe let's go find Gearbox. Show them that we got the book. And kill the brain.
Have a bloody moment.
Wish you were here.
As do I. I wish you would have waited. Wish you wouldn't have pushed him to do it.
I
This is not on me. This is on you.
Shall not blame me for this.
You're gonna have to stand on the bow of the boat again. But we got the book. And we killed the brain.
Did you learn anything from this book?
It just happened 2 seconds ago. In fact, the title of the book is.
There's no title. It's covered in gears.
I tried to see if I could find him down there, but alas, there was nothing.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I should have been here. Well, let's get Gearbox.
The three of you slowly.
And
Wow.
Ren and I even
Depression.
had conversations about decisions. Oh, what did I do?
So you all walk kind of slowly. Mrs. Stoutwater just head hung low. Everybody kind of feeling the melancholy.
Here's your miniature.
Thanks, guys.
No, I'm the.
So I guess.
Oh, you're gonna be Gearbox? Oh goodness, you get to roleplay him now.
So I guess the thing about Rin is Garrett's always kind of felt that he's always been the strongest source of sins and repentance that has attracted him, and now he kind of has that feeling kind of gone.
Now what? The quest doesn't seem that interesting anymore.
Exactly.
You don't really care about Harinburg.
I should have been here.
He's definitely very quiet.
Okay, so the three of you kind of walk in silence. Your various forms of grieving. As you walk back to the control room, 5 floating brains are still there. You pass all the piles of garbage back to the place where you first inserted Gearbox.
The Gearbox. Gearbox.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Ren died. And we got the book. And we killed the brain.
Huh?
Garrett wasn't there.
That's really strange. Yeah, I was watching it from a distance. So yeah, the whole island plunged down. How did that happen?
Were you not in control of that island?
No,
Gearbox?
unfortunately, that one's controlled by a different brain, and I don't have direct connection to it. I'm finding all sorts of interesting things that I do have access to, but no, that wasn't one of them. Oh, I'm just learning more about what this island can do. It's quite interesting. I wish it wasn't running out of fuel.
Can it locate bodies and then maybe like shock them back into existence?
Well, it's funny you should say that. No,
Ah,
but the prison seems to have a new occupant.
What?
would you make a character already?
D&D Beyond. It's fast.
Are you joking me? What the heck?
There's somebody new in there. I'm not quite sure who, because I can keep tally of all the number of bodies in there, and there's just a new one just popped up like 10 minutes ago.
That's a.
Before or after that tower went down?
Around the same time.
Do you think it?
Can you communicate with the prison?
Ah, I haven't got that function yet. I'm still working on breaking through all the different functions of this place.
I think we're.
I can't even see in there yet. I just have a sense of how many people are in there.
I think we're done here.
Right now, there's a few cowering cultists behind in the locked door, and then there's an extra one and another one that's locked
Do you
by
know what
himself.
door number it's behind so we can find it?
Yeah, 4A.
Thank you.
A.
A,
A.
as in the first letter. A,
What alphabet?
the alphabet. Common.
Common.
In common. For A in common. Well, it's actually written in Infernal, but that's fine.
Oh. Are we done? Actually. Oh, I think we're ready to go. Gearbox.
Okay.
We should inspect this prison.
I'll keep looking
Yeah.
for more things to do around here.
No, wait. We're leaving.
Okay. You have a fun adventure.
You're not coming. All right. Goodbye, Gearbox.
Are you not coming with us?
Oh no, I can't come with you. I need to find out more purpose.
What?
But this,
What about?
it's gonna
What about the
come down.
Owen Wilson dwarf?
Oh, Brickbow?
Yeah, Brickbo.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine.
But
Sorry, I have more things to explore. Bye-bye.
Whoa! You had maps! You had maps?
Oh, you have those.
Oh,
That-
okay.
It dropped it.
Give us our maps back!
It dropped the satchel before
Okay,
the body was
okay.
pulled
Yeah, it's
I
becoming
don't want to leave
Skynet.
Gearbox behind.
Two
I'm
Fred.
not comfortable with this.
in.
I'll miss him.
Oh.
Yeah, Skynet. Skynet.
22 hours left.
We came
All
in
right,
with
let's go.
5.
Let's go to the prison and meet our new friend.
You're going to go to the prison?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take about 20 minutes
Yep.
to walk to the prison.
Soon.
Feelings-
Actually,
That's the
before, as we have to walk, because we have to walk past the where the thing was.
Yeah.
Like at the front of the discs, right before like you would jump off. Garrett's gonna take a moment and like with his, I think he doesn't have a sword, like some sort of sharp device. He's gonna like draw a little owl, just on the ground right there.
Right next to the body of the Bone Devil.
I guess he's gonna push that in. Just push it down.
Push it off the edge. And kick it off the
That's
edge.
gotta go.
The Bone Devil's body just goes,
Yeah, and then
disappears beneath the clouds.
And that's how the sequel starts. The brain reconfigures with the body.
Unnormal. He's bone and technological.
Like the Shredder.
I'm a robot Bone Devil,
Beep boop.
and I made 20 copies.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes you about 20 minutes to get back to the prison. And as you walk in, you can hear, because they're numbered, A is on the left, B is on the right. About 4 cells down, you hear somebody is pounding. Juke, 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 juke. Hey, let me out! Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. And you're standing at the entrance right now.
Can I see into the little window? Why they're short?
You're not there yet, though.
Oh.
Do you want to walk up and look in?
Yeah.
So you walk up, and you look in, and you can't believe your eyes, but it's Brother Rin.
Nothing to see. And he leaves.
Yeah, he's just pounding on it just to ask you guys to let him out.
I'm gonna open the door.
And you walk out. So, when you fell, just as you entered the clouds, you heard a whirring noise, and you look up and you see this weird metallic object just fly at you, grabbed onto you, and then you were in the prison.
so it wasn't like some weird guy sitting on a cloud with a fishing pole.
No, and this is what you know.
Okay.
Nobody else knows this yet.
That sounds far better.
They're
This is
cloning
actually in
us.
the module. I didn't make this up.
Really?
I wasn't just trying to keep him alive.
But
Rin,
What?
Is that you?
Are they cloning people?
I think so.
But I saw you. I saw you die.
There was something in the cloud.
Works for me.
Professor not interested in finding out.
That actually makes sense.
What was in the cloud?
I believe in science and magic. That works for me.
One of those devices. Those things.
But-
Like this. I hold the.
It's like a bigger version of it.
No, well, the watch thing I have.
Oh, I see.
Something mechanical. Like this.
And it just caught you midair.
Well, sort of.
A timepiece came out of the clouds and caught you?
Yeah. Is that what this is?
It doesn't tell the time. Right now, it just has a 0 on it.
But why would it come in?
Let's see
I
that.
don't understand.
I am quite confused.
It looks like a bracelet, and it has this like a square area on it. And right now has a big 0 on it. In common.
Feel magical?
Did you get the book?
Kind of.
Oh, we can't-
I'll examine it later.
Like it feels more mechanical.
You die. You had me worried sick, you dirty.
Are you okay with her choosing the book over you? I mean, I know I wasn't there.
Hey, you were. You watched it happen.
Oh, yeah. Are you okay with
I sort of chose the book over me.
That's fair.
I'm sorry I wasn't
Yeah,
up
the
there
book.
to...
Let me examine this book while you're talking.
I should not have left. That was...
I shouldn't have acted so rash, maybe.
Ow. Everything kind of worked out. I mean, we got the book and killed the brain.
Did it say anything while it was plummeting? The devil?
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Huh.
It was very
I
angry
think
with
it
me.
was saying,
So this circular thing, was that like our one get of jail free card?
Jump off and find out.
wait! Is there any bone devils in here?
There is no bone devils in there.
In jail?
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah,
like a
it
brain.
is a cult, right? So you can't leave a cult. So if you decide to pitch yourself over,
There you go. Okay.
Oh.
Man, if we had thrown that...
Oh,
book
that's
at-
horrible!
Yeah, because
You have to have the face surgery, you have to shovel coal day, and you can't even get the sweet release of death. That's horrible! That's really the module? That's horrible!
I now have like a better
Well, you don't think the
understanding.
wizards writers are sadists? Clearly, you haven't read.
it's actually
any of
not
the
what
modules.
happened. It's actually not what happened. So I fell through the clouds, the hand clean, it literally grabbed me, and I was flown up here.
That's all that is horrible.
I was going to say it's a mechanical owl, right? That's what saved you?
Hoot! Hoot! Hoot!
Can we go now?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this book for it though.
No. There will be time to look at the book.
Okay.
We are on a big...
What if the
I've
book,
fallen off this rock.
what if the book
already
has
today.
anything important about this place before we go? What if the book says the directions to Oinya, Gloinya, whatever is in like that building?
All of a sudden you hear, "Hey guys, I got
Yeah?
access to the prison. You'll never believe what I found.
What'd you find?
Brother Rin. It was him.
Thank
We also found him here.
Oh,
Why, thank you, Tips.
okay.
Do you know if there's more of those flying things down there?
I don't know. I don't have access to them yet.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you know if I find them.
Are you gonna stay here when we leave?
Well, of course.
But it's gonna crash in like 22 hours.
Well, I hope not. Maybe I'll find a way around that.
I'll tell your story. Let me read the book.
I am Gearbox. I am the island.
That's kind of scary.
Let's head for the skiff. Let's get out.
Gearbox, are you going to be able to help us get off? Can you control the raft bridge?
No, not yet. Though maybe eventually.
Work on that, please. Can I read my book? I'll read my book.
So you're just gonna sit down and start reading your book?
Yeah, right in the cell.
And everybody else is walking away, or you're staying with them?
You need to come.
Ah! Can I walk and read?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's actually, it's a pretty big tome. And in your hands, it would feel like this big. So you wouldn't be able to
In
walk and
my
read.
giant mage hand?
You just float along holding it with the mage hand.
Yeah.
Touche. All right, so you can kind of dangle it in front of you, try to read it. Give me an Arcana
That's how I
check
drive
with
every
disadvantage,
day. So I try
because you're trying to walk and read at the same time.
16. Or is it 17?
Okay, so you're reading it as you walk along. So you guys head back towards the skiff, and you're reading it through it. And you find diagrams and notes. This is clearly Qualish's one of his important journals. It details the work that he was doing and how he found the island hundreds of years ago and how he repurposed it. And it makes a mention of him rigging up the one gateway to open up, and he accidentally opened a portal to Nine Hells.
Oh, that's the one that's on the back of the chair?
Yes. And you're starting to read more notes about the gateway and other things too. There's some maps in there that you can piece together. You can see that he found some ways to Duniglonye. Looks like it's a journey, at a quick glance, a journey of 2 or 3 weeks through the barrier peaks from here to that. It starts on the other side of the island.
Didn't that chair take us there?
The chair.
Start from the other side of the island.
At this point, so you want to read more about the gates and the chair to see if that can do it? Okay, so that's what you're going to work on at this point. But you're still floating along, so that's what you discovered by the time you guys get to the skiff. And you still see that figure standing at the skiff with the hood over it. And on the other side, you see the Sphinx.
I'm not ready
sitting
to play
there.
the Sphinx.
None of us
I
are.
don't know exactly.
We just need to get out of here.
Maybe we just wait a little bit. Let me read the book for a little bit. We have time.
Okay, beside the skiff.
Right here on the ramp to.
So you're just going to stay by the
Are there
skiff?
still cultists trying to get off? The
You don't
skiff?
see any around
They've
at
all
this point.
come into the doom already. I'm trying to.
Maybe not. Maybe they're in the prisons.
It's true.
Oh, man, we just probably missed like a
Mass
prison
suicide?
just full of.
That's the next adventures group's problem.
Yeah, but we should really probably go find all the people who haven't had their faces flayed.
This is reading time.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so you're sitting down to read. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to go back to the prison.
You're gonna just head straight back there, and you realize, like, wait a second,
Yeah,
there's not a lot of people around.
yeah, I want to go look for people who
I'll go
don't
with
have,
him, floating, reading, walking.
who are like the slaves who didn't get
You'll have to
flayed.
use your time studying it if you
If
sit
there
still.
are any.
You can do it. You can do either way, but I'm gonna have you do another Arcana check
Yeah,
at a
I'll
certain
wait,
time.
wait,
You'll be
wait.
with disadvantage.
I'll wait with you. You
Oh.
sit here and I'll wait with you.
I want to split the party. So I'll walk with him. It's only disadvantage.
It's only disadvantage.
Okay, so you all walk back to the prison. So on that walk,
I think I'm getting something that stupid.
12.
nothing yet. You're still kind of trying to piece it together. You see a lot of complicated diagrams, makes reference to the work that he's making, but yeah, you feel like you're still searching through. There's a lot of pages.
You can't open that gate.
I think I can open the gate.
To
I
hell.
just don't know where.
What if it opens to hell or somewhere like the
we don't
abyss?
wanna go there.
Or
But what if we can control the exit and we get right to
Duniglonye?
yeah.
Duniglonye. All
Yeah.
right, so you get back to the prison, and when you go inside, so you start to look around the cells.
Yeah.
You do actually find that beyond 4A, on the other side, there's much more cells, and they're full of probably another 20 or 25 of the cultists. And amongst them as well, you find about 15 commoners who have had their faces flayed.
So nobody that's
And you also find that
pre-flay?
cell. You also find that cell with the ones that are just kind of banging on things and hurting, but their faces are not flayed.
Okay.
So it does appear to be more full than the last time you were in there.
Oh, like the last time.
Like because this has been about half an hour.
so there's
round
more
trip.
people even. Oh,
Yeah, there's even
geez.
more. Like as you came out, there was more. There were some already in there, but you didn't go back far enough. Now there's even more.
As I walk in, I'm here to free any of those who do not or who oppose these devils.
And they all just start yelling and shaking their
And
bars.
so I'll go up and I'll make sure that like I'm looking for people without robes. Are they like one person per cell? Is it multiple people?
Oh, there's lots of people per cell. Some of them are mixed. Some of them
You're
have
gonna
like
let out
regular
the
people.
cultists?
Why would we let them free?
We've killed their master now.
I see.
They don't deserve to die here necessarily.
You raise a good point. I hadn't really thought of them. I was more worried about
I
the
can sense
innocents.
the conflict within you.
I guess we should let everyone go.
So you're just sitting on the on the entrance now, pouring through it.
Well,
So you
maybe,
just start opening the doors then?
maybe not everyone, dear, like the crazies.
Who are we to judge?
Oh, you know, like the ones that are hitting their heads on the bars. Maybe I judge those.
There's one cell of 3 of them, and they just look
They might be
beaten up
lost.
and
They might be lost.
They're better off down there.
And you want to let everyone out, all 30.
Well,
There's only 4 of us, and he's reading.
let's see what happens when we open up one full of the slaves.
Let's see what happens. Okay.
There's not one that's
Let's
just
see.
slaves.
Okay.
They're all
well,
mixed.
Whichever one has the least amount of cultists.
And there's
then.
one that has 6 slaves, 3 cultists.
So I'll go up and I'll grab the door handle. Just remember, jumping off will only land you back here. We're trying to figure out a way to get off, but we yet have figured that out. Open the
You
door.
open up, and they just kind of push past you, and they just run towards the entrance of the prison, and none of them attack you.
Next one.
So I usually do this one by one. The same thing happens. None
I'll
of the
have my morning star just in case anyone gets rowdy. And
you just kind of sometimes you have to nudge them along because
Give them
they're
a good
pushing each other
walk.
too. But for they all the cultists, even like the ones that look like the elder cultists, they just ignore you as they all run out. So the only cell left is the one that has those 3 guys that are just banging their heads against it and screaming, inane. You can't even understand what they're saying.
As they're walking past me, as I'm reading, I let them know you can click your face in the floor of the main spire.
Collect your face.
They look confused and they don't really pay attention as they just run out. And you see, so now
I'll try to point
as you're sitting there reading, you just see like this host of dozens of people like now spreading out across the island as they're just running and screaming.
I'll
in
use my
chaos.
thaumaturgy to raise my voice, and I'll be like, "Move to the skiff
What? You do
in
that?
an orderly fashion."
We didn't have to yell so loud across the giant chasm?
It was in an anti-magic field.
No, you're probably right.
It was an anti-magic field. Couldn't tell
Oh
me.
yeah,
You knew there was a reason. You didn't just
dumb
forget.
as Rin.
You didn't forget. So they're the only one left. Are you just leaving those 3 guys?
Is there anything you can do for them, Ren? Or are they better off lost?
I think they're better off lost.
I'll do kind of small prayer while touching the door.
They just keep yelling and punching the walls, and some of them like run and just smash into the wall over and over again.
You will meet Kalina
You
soon.
tried talking to him.
You'll be crazy. Okay, give me another Arcana check, not with disadvantage.
An 8.
8 total?
I rolled a 1.
You're having a hard time. It's good. So it's now 21 hours remaining. You're going to need another half an hour before you can roll again.
Okay.
I'll make my way down to the skiff and make sure there's some like. How did
Pretty
we
sure
operate the
that's-
skiff before? It got set by the Sphinx, didn't it?
Yeah.
You
I
didn't
suspect
operate it. You
we
just got
did.
on and it just moved across.
So I tell people to get on.
Oh, yeah.
So a bunch of people start piling on. When about 15 get on, all of a sudden the skiff starts to move across, and the guy just is like this. And some of them start jumping across.
Be careful.
And once it gets too far, a couple of them jump and they miss and they fall. You can just hear them screaming as, and you swear that as you're watching, you see like things flirting about in the clouds, but you can't quite make them out. But you suspect that something's going on.
You got 1 free pass.
And as they move across the other side, the Sphinx gets up, and it's like on its hind legs as they're coming across, and they're all like pushing, but they're waiting, they're kind of looking up at the Sphinx, and then it connects to the other side. The Sphinx looks down, and all of a sudden, boom! Starts mauling through the group, just ripping them to pieces, picking one up, tossing it across, and just tearing them to shreds, and throwing their bodies over the side of the skiff as they all fly to the ground.
Right. Long rest.
And then after it finishes that, it just goes back on its haunches, and the skiff stays on that
I
side.
yell, I'm coming for my memories now.
I'm down for that. You want to do that?
Oh dear.
I was all for peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that
It
was.
just kind of looks back
Look
up.
for your kitty.
That was a step too
starts,
far.
It starts licking its paws. Which looks really weird because it's got a human.
I've
face.
had a crappy day.
Don't water, help me with this, and I'll disconnect my hand. And I want to fly over, and I want to try to grab the guy's stick.
That's a bad idea.
Okay, so your hand starts flying across, and you just grab onto the guy's thing, and he just holds onto it. Give me a strength check.
Why would you take away the thing he used?
I guide him.
I'm not trying to.
You have guidance.
Okay.
Okay, what's more important? When his hand's off, I'm going to just take my hand. I'm just going to put my little gnome hand onto his wrist.
It does not attach.
Isn't it strong?
17?
17.
His little gnome hand.
Hey, you don't manage to yank it out of his hand, so you just
Okay.
you tug, and nothing seems to happen.
Well, I tried. That was my only thought.
We're gonna make camp, and then we're gonna go kill that thing.
All right. Can I read the book more?
Yeah, for sure.
It might be
So
worth.
are we starting a long rest right now?
It might be worth looking
Yes.
around, seeing if there's some armory that has many more of these
Well,
stabs.
let's
Yeah,
maybe
can
the
we
book-
ever explore these things?
Right. Maybe the book.
Can't explore and long rest at the same time.
Yeah. Understand.
We have 22 hours.
Yeah.
21.
21. We're going to take 8 out of that.
Well, before that, let me read the book a little bit more because if I find
You got a long rest to read.
I can't read the whole thing.
Outwater. Do you want to like?
You can read
scout the
2
whole
other
island?
other
Plus,
areas.
we have I think the technical term is a
High five.
crap ton of items identified.
Yeah.
Just
Actually,
popping
I
into a
identified.
building.
What's this? What's this? Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Are Mrs. Deadwater and I allowed to like use our hands to scout the entire island?
Not well, as long as you don't do anything strenuous, and as long as you spend 6 to the 8 hours.
It's just
sleeping.
floating around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just looking into a building, like, what's in here?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, no, you totally could.
Okay.
No.
It's a very weird sensation as you guys are like looking at them. They're just kind of sitting there going, huh.
Just sitting there with like a missing hand.
Yeah,
I
and they're just
cannot believe that Sphinx did that.
I totally saw that coming.
Their lives are on my head now.
This is the Sphinx guiding you to the cult of doom. Like,
They worked on work
give
detail.
me
Doesn't
a
look enough.
couple of hours before we take a long rest. I need 2 hours.
I'm praying to Kalina for all those that I sent to their death.
So you want to do 10-hour rest then?
Well, no. Well, I mean, we might not rest after this.
So you want to take a short rest first?
I don't want to do no rest. I need a couple hours to do what I want to do.
Well, you take
I
first
have-
watch on the.
Did we the crown and scepter?
You still have them.
I know. Did we?
Identify them?
Yes.
They're mechanical in nature. Like they do have some arcane properties to them, but you identify them as being
Control for the chair.
Yes. Like you had to wear them
That's all I
in order
need,
to
right?
control the chair.
Okay.
You know
Now-
that because you did wear them and you did find some controls in the chair, but you didn't spend a lot of time on the
We
chair.
still got the purple and yellow staff.
The Infinity
The
Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet in my watch thingy that I stole from Rin.
Yeah.
I need 40 minutes to identify all those.
Okay.
They're yours.
Wow, maybe one.
Well, you take first watch, so that's your 2 hours, and you can.
Can I do that while?
You can identify as long as you don't do an hour's worth of strenuous activities, you're fine. So doing a few identifies is okay.
So it's 4 identifies. And
Okay.
then book.
So what are you? Okay, you're identifying the 2 stabs. Those are pretty straightforward. The watch thingy.
And the not Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay, so the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't seem to have any properties.
Okay.
Although strangely, whenever you try to insert anything into those little holes, they always pop out.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that.
So it doesn't.
But it doesn't feel like it has any other properties other than that, except it has the ability to change shape according to the person's hand you put it on. But other than that, it does nothing. So it's like it's a very, very, very minor magical item right now. The little wristband thing, you're frustrated. You do the ritual, and you put it on. You try to figure it out, and the ritual doesn't identify anything. And you just kind of in a hump walk around a few times, and you sit back down. You look down, and all of a sudden it says 11. And then you stand up and you start walking, and you put your foot down at 12, 13, and you realize it's just
Oh my goodness, it's a
tracking your,
Fitbit.
tracking your steps. And even if you do like this, it actually works too.
Does it have like is it like red with like a big like bird with a big nose on it
No,
or
it's
something?
just a number.
I'm gonna trade it for something.
It's not one of those
later.
Kellogg's ones.
But that's all. It just seems to track your steps. And then you do notice a little button on the bottom. And you press it, resets it to 0.
Maybe Brickbow might want it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cool little trinket, right? The stabs are more straightforward. They are weapons. They count as pole arms for if you use them in close combat. If you are proficient with pole arms, then they basically work that way. Other than that, they're basically, or they can be fired, but that counts as an exotic weapon, and you don't have proficiency with that. So one is a polymorph pole arm.
Which color is that? Does it matter?
The purple one.
I was gonna say we have yellow and purple.
So it does. It's a +1 pole arm. It's a D8 damage, piercing, magical piercing. And if you roll a 20, then if you roll a critical, then the target needs to succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or suffer the effects of a polymorph spell. And I never actually crit against
Oh,
him.
man.
I'm like, come on, just give me one. I want to turn him into a sheep. Meh.
That's awesome.
I don't even know what I would have done.
Yeah. The other one is a polearm of the Medusa. So same thing, it's a +1 polearm. It's a D8 weapon. But if you roll a critical on a DC, they have to do a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or suffer the effects of flesh to stone.
Oh, that could.
So they're both +1 polearms. So anybody who's able to use a polearm,
So where's the DC?
15 in both cases. one's wisdom, polymorph. The other one's
I
constitution,
can't use them.
flesh of stone.
I can use them. I just can't use my shield.
Oh, hold on.
Flesh to stone is pretty awesome. Though.
But also, you can lose items with it. It turns. All it matters though.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
It doesn't turn
I
off
think
your constitution.
all the additions. What you're carrying a turn to stone as well.
No, it doesn't turn to stone.
Well, there's a couple of major items right there. They're not useful for I think any of us. No,
Yeah. It's pretty much only me who's going to be proficient with those kind of weapons.
Oh wait, did I say polearm? That's not right. No, they're not. They're versatile weapons.
Oh, one-handed. Okay, there you go.
So they're
What do they count as?
so basically they're like spears, except spears you have to be proficient in spear specifically. So you can't just be proficient in. Yeah, you have to be proficient with spears.
Martial or they?
so
They're simple. They're
Okay.
simple.
so like
Well,
I'm
yeah.
proficient in simple weapons. Does that count?
Yes.
Yes.
So
you
I
might
can
as well.
I can be.
But instead, and it's not like so. Don't look up the spear for its stats because it's not thrown.
Yep.
So so the shooting attack is range 100,
How do I
200.
What?
You're gonna have to make this up.
I was gonna say, am I gonna have to just make like a?
Like I took one of their items
You
and
have
I
to make a
modified it
custom
basically.
item.
So it has a ranged, which is the same thing, except it becomes a dexterity roll. It's still a D8 weapon. It still does the magical weapon, but the problem is you're not proficient in how to fire it ranged. And so,
Whatever.
but it is battery powered.
Oh, how many batteries are charges left?
I think you already opened it up and found that out, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you already found the batteries for it.
Okay, so
So using it in close combat
does not consume.
will not consume the battery. Every shot consumes a charge.
So it's just simple weapon in close combat then?
Okay, I'm gonna put
yeah.
a.
It's if you're proficient. If you're proficient
you
with a
taking one?
spear.
Might as well.
So if you have
Yeah,
all
I'll
simple
take-
weapons, you're good.
Which
And
one?
it is versatile. When that D8 becomes a D10,
okay, each one's gonna
with
have.
two hands, so it's a D8 weapon or a D10 weapon.
so it's much better than a spear. Like it's a really good simple weapon, and it's a +1 on top of that.
Figure out which ones you want each, and then there's a
Well, I'll
battery
take
with
that.
6 charges in each one.
I do not want the polymorph one. But you can take the stone one. We need to make sure that if we crit that thing over there, point at the Sphinx, that turns to stone.
Okay, so I'll take the purple one,
You take the stone one.
which is purple or
Yellow.
yellow.
Yeah,
Yellow?
yellow.
Okay, so I'll take the yellow one. So now
I'll carry the purple one, but I don't think I'll use it.
Okay,
But, yeah, if
just
you
mark
have
it.
to swing,
Just
you
mark
have
it as just put polymorph blade. If you look up polymorph blade, it'll give you the stats that we're looking at.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, if you put Blade of Medusa in, just remember that it's versatile, so that D8 can become a D10.
Okay.
And other than that, but it's the Blade of Medusa is not a +1 weapon, so it doesn't give you everything that I'm saying.
So they just like if I put it in as the long sword, but it essentially becomes a piercing weapon.
Right, and it's a +1 weapon, so it's a custom weapon, but it uses the profile of polymorph blade.
Can I edit certain things?
I don't know. You might be able to create
here?
your own though. You can create a custom item, but we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've identified all your items.
Yep.
Polymorph
First time
blade.
in that book.
What's that?
First time in the book.
Okay, so give me. You have a
Guide.
At this point, you can do it with advantage because you have plenty of time to sit and sift through it. If you fail this, then you won't find anything out during this rest. You got this point.
Did you find yours?
Well, yeah.
So you actually find he did manage to assemble all the maps and everything, so you're able to piece together the entire route. Still, it's a 2 to 3 week journey, but you also find that he did not take that journey that way. That he was in the middle of plotting the journey when he discovered better techniques for how to control the gate. And he actually used the gate to get over there. And you can follow it'll take a check, but you feel like with the instructions there and all the pieces around here, you might be able to reconfigure the gate to go to Duniglonia.
Random what you polymorph them into.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Oh wow.
T-Rex is
Is
awesome.
it-
You can turn it into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Is it +1 to hit, +1 damage?
Yeah, it's a +1 weapon,
Okay.
which gives you +1.
Just making sure.
Yeah, we'll have to create a custom item so it actually puts it in there properly and gives you all your
Yeah.
numbers.
You can customize.
Yeah,
You can
totally
customize that thing. So I'm using the yellow saber of light.
It's Sabre.
Sabre.
Sabre, right.
The lit Sabre. It's totally lit.
It's one lit
Lit.
Sabre.
Lit.
Okay, so
Let's type.
during the 2 hours that you're not resting and you're not sleeping and that you're putting your hands through, you do find You find an equipment storage.
Oh.
You do find more of the pole arms, but no more of the energy ones. It looks like the only ones were actually with the leaders. But give me, the two of you, both of you that are kind of searching around, give me percentile rolls.
$37.
37. That's super weird.
Yeah, roll yours again there. I don't care which one. One of you roll again.
52.
52 and 37?
Yeah.
Okay, so Colin, Garrett, as he's looking through, he finds a storehouse with, you actually find 2 potions of healing,
Oh, nice.
as well as a little chest filled with 425 tiny gemstones worth a gold piece each, 44 gemstones worth 10 gold pieces each, 15 gemstones worth 50 gold pieces each, and a single black pearl worth 500 gold pieces.
Wow. Dang. Well, the hand's gonna come floating back.
Just carrying this chest.
Well, it's gonna come back with the 2 potions in between its fingers. It's like, wee.
And then you go back for everything
And
else.
then I'm gonna go back for everything
Full
else.
value of the gems.
Yeah, I know, that's probably the easier way. 425 plus 440, so it's 865.
Are you gonna write this down? Yeah, you write down wealth.
865.
I'll put down anything else.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to 1,500 gold pieces of gems plus a black pearl worth 500 gold pieces. Does anybody care about having a black pearl?
I don't.
Then it's literally 2,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
You have a ship. Congratulations.
And then I'm going to give a potion to each of you.
And they're just regular. This is like
Okay.
the lowest level.
Because
potion
the
you
2 of us both have
I'll
healing.
just feed it to you with my hand.
Pretty much.
Potion of healing?
Yeah.
You, this is that water. You find in the equipment storage all sorts of trinkets, think components that looks like they'd be valuable. Like it looks like they had organized some of the components. So a lot of places, everything's just been torn out. It looks like this is the place where they've been storing a lot of those components. So it's nothing that you'd really want to bring back, but you did find one of the buildings full of like a organized storage of a lot of the wiring and the gears and other weird stuff that you can't identify. But it seems to be organized. Like it looks like a little mini workshop. So yeah, that's it. Other than that, you guys explore and you find the other buildings are there. You find a dormitory. You find one of the rooms is actually a leatherworks. Like you can see that there was like a table where you can tell that's where they flayed the faces.
Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
And you see more faces hanging on the walls.
What?
Yeah.
Like some mid-tan. Like, are
Yeah.
they tan?
Yeah, they're mid-tan.
Oh,
they're all
gross.
being tan. And I think
I used to be a leather worker.
yeah, you'd actually you can appreciate that. That's a good job with the leatherwork. You find you
That's
find
a good
like,
face.
you find like dorms, but nothing else of interest other than that. Oh,
This is so morbid.
Put a lollipop in that one.
Why are you guys so nasty? Also, how do we roll the same thing on a D100?
It's
That kind of...
oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Also in that chest, as you kind of root through the gems, you find a little mini metal container inside of it that kind of pops open, and inside it is full of these little blue pills. If you counted them, there's 100 of them.
They're not diamonds, are they?
No, they're pills.
Okay.
Look like medicine. There's 100 of them.
I imagine the black pearl can't go into the gauntlet.
The black pearl just pops right out.
And I guess I'll bring the pills back to Professor and say, I found these
They're not mine, I swear.
weird blue capsules.
I'll find out what they do.
They don't feel magical.
Oh, but they feel magical.
If you like investigate them, there's like writing on the case
The case is plain.
underneath the pill. What's holding the pills? So pull that out underneath.
No,
Doesn't say like
they don't feel magical.
master, comma, grand.
No.
What it does.
Kool-Aid on it.
You eat one?
Yeah, why not?
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
12?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, 12.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay,
How many
settle
pills
down.
were in there?
99.
Wow.
There was 100. That was 99.
Blue pills.
So, the rest of your long rest goes uneventful. The cultists have kind of spread out. Some of them keep trying to jump off, and they keep appearing back in the prison. The rest of them have kind of found shelter back in the dorms.
I guess it's a
They
good
just
point
they're all
that
kind of cowering around, not knowing what to do.
we're gonna leave all the doors open, except for that one. So
they can
like,
always
if
get out.
if they do land back in there,
Which
they can get
which
some-
keeps happening.
Oh,
Sometimes they
jeez.
get in fights and just like fall off the edge. Some of them are just like, no, please. And though if any discerning eye will notice that the numbers are thinning. That
so don't catch them every time.
Yeah. Like when a bunch of them jump off at the same time. Only some of them
I
appear in the
see.
The
cells.
system's
Are these
overloading.
blade weapons we got? Did you say they're considered +1?
Yes. Yeah, they are +1 magic weapons.
So we have the long rest.
Long rest passes uneventful, so you have 13 hours remaining, apparently.
I think I can get us out through the chair, but that cat looks like a fun fight. No? Anybody? No.
I think we have to kill the cat.
Maybe your brain's back.
For the sake of Rin's
Get
mind,
your brains back.
Okay, how far away is the, like, here to the kitty?
Wasn't it like 50 feet?
Like 300 feet.
300
How
feet.
far can you shoot your bolt?
I think it's 120. Yeah, 120 feet. Oh, you want me to aggro it?
Maybe it can't fly.
Oh, it's a female, right?
It's a kind of sphinx, yeah.
oh,
Maybe I can major image a male.
so wait. With your
Hello to you.
Oh no.
Delwater,
We're doing
How does that-
play kitty seduction.
how does that hand?
Let's do it! Let's do it!
So you all took a long rest, right? You put that into your D&D graph. You're all back to full. You only get half your hit dice back. So you get 3 hit dice back.
Can you do a thing, an illusion of catnip? Just kitty.
Have you tried to see how your spells work with your floating hand?
Oh yeah, we were showing on guidance through touch, right?
Yeah, it worked.
Ah,
Essentially, the spells could be cast from the hand.
So we can essentially do this. Do we want to aggro the cat?
Oh, you want your weird watch thingy back? It's not cool.
it's not cool.
It makes me feel out of shape.
Yeah. Oh, your little steps.
It keeps buzzing at me.
No, I don't
It's
want
like,
that.
Brother Rindir,
you haven't made your steps.
do you
this
really
yet.
want to fight the mean old kitty over there?
Did you see how many people it killed?
Yeah.
Look at the bones!
Whoa, whoa.
Yellow blade. Zhoo. Zhoo.
Is
Do you think you can get us up through the chair?
Yeah. More so than that, I think it's right where we have to go.
But we have all these other people here that need to get away. Can you get them away too?
I don't think they're with us.
Why would you want to take the?
If they,
Oh no! I see what you're saying. We send them first. Make sure it's safe.
Oh right.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, Brother Rin's got a really good. That's a really good idea.
I think we should test it first.
Yeah.
The professor's an
didn't-
idiot,
didn't they
but
say
not
that-
all the time.
that gateway leads to the 9 hells.
Well,
Oh no!
pretend-
Also, I can go to Oingy Boingy.
Where's Boinky Boinky?
Dunye Glonye.
Yeah, that place.
Dunye Glonye. You know, you say what
You think you can make it work?
Yeah, 100%.
No, Boinky Boinky is the place down on the left.
Professor.
Corner. The place I told you not to go.
The remaining cultists need to be... Like, they're not all cultists, are they? There's some people here that are still good people.
Correct.
We need to get them all out.
But which ones are the good ones?
That's why we just take them all.
For
Gearbox to take care of them.
they've all had a
No,
horrible
no.
experience here.
Alright, we start killing them.
Maybe they've learned
No.
their lesson.
What do you want to do with them?
How are they going to
I want them to
reintegrate
get
with
away
faces
safely.
that look like?
Can they get through
Well,
the...
we can. I
the
can
gate?
take
That
them
is their
through
problem.
Goingley, whatever. But then
Yes.
we have a bunch of cultists.
Dunye Glonye!
Dunye Glonye!
Pronounce your words!
Okay, so you want me to take all? How many of them are there?
How many
A
are
couple
left?
dozen. Couple
A
dozen.
couple dozen of these clearly low scruple people, and send them to the lost city of
Dunye Glonye.
Dunye, going that place. And then, but then they're gonna be like taking our loot and stuff.
Your
No.
loot.
Or we just send them
I
back
just
through over
want
the
them
bridge.
out of here safely.
All right, I'll send them out first to the Nine Hills.
They're not going first.
Oh,
We're not going to release normal people into the 9 hells.
But what makes you think they will listen to us? The first chance they get when you opened up the gates, they ran out. What makes you think they're going to listen to you? Hmm?
I
Well,
Riddle me that one.
Well, they seen the alternative is to go
Yes.
across and get mauled by the cat woman.
First of all, I need to know: are we gonna go? Are we going to the place, the Lost City, or are we fighting the cat?
I am willing not to fight the cat if
Well, then
you
let's-
can get all these people out alive.
I guess we're fighting the cat.
Well, we don't have to fight the cat.
No.
Why do you want to fight the cat?
I want to go to the chair and see if I can figure this out.
Don't look at me. You guys have to agree to that.
I walked to the chair. Exasperated.
So you just say that out loud?
I'm going to the chair.
I mean-
Then anybody's paying attention.
I declare bankruptcy.
I'm gonna tell all those guys. I'm gonna get like, the professor thinks he can open a portal to get us all out of here.
Involves
That's a
going to the Nine Hells.
No, it doesn't.
That's what he said it does.
He said we could get to Donye Glonye by going through the
What
Nine
did the
Hells.
cultists say when he said that?
What, he said that? Some are just kind of like look it up. They look
No,
confused.
no. I wait till the professor's gone and save her that way.
He's gone.
He just wanders off with a
Is
crown.
he by
and a
himself?
staff.
Is anybody else going with him?
The professor's going to open a portal and we're all going to get out of here.
I'm gonna go with the professor because I have to. I don't have to, but I'm going anyway.
You feel it's character appropriate?
But everybody needs to be just a little patient.
You're like looking over and there's like one guy like this just beating the other guy. He stops. He lets him go.
Wow, you really.
That fighting
that
won't get
person
you
on it.
anywhere here.
There was someone fighting like that?
Oh, there's little scuffles everywhere.
They're cultists.
It's like they're fighting over food. They're fighting over like
They're
which
lost.
chair they
If
get.
you fight, you go on the skiff. The rest of you.
We need to get his brains back.
Yeah.
It's just floating around the Sphinx's head right now.
You could just nuke her from over here.
She can
We
fly.
can't. It's too
Yeah,
far.
that'll bring her across, but she'll be wounded.
I don't think we have any spells that have that kind of range.
And my
His
hand, my
hands.
hand can fireball her.
Oh yeah. All right.
You turn around when you remember this because you're not talking to them right now. Oh, you're talking to her right now.
Yeah.
No, I think if we don't have to fight the Sphinx, that's probably a good. That's a good plan.
And I think if we don't have to save the crazy cultists, it's a good plan.
But if we want to get
Might be in pass.
his brain back.
It's only one
Yeah.
point. I wasn't that bright to begin with.
what was that?
But what about all the other floaty ones?
Yeah, what if those are the Infinity
true.
Gems? Those the Infinity Gems? Does this thing do anything? Is this just a piece of garbage?
It says Mattel on the bottom.
That's
All right. Gather up, team meeting.
Avengers Assemble.
All right, so you're back to the skiff.
I'm back.
I was
Feel there's
thinking-
big conflict in my head here. Just want to know what we're doing.
All right, dears, look. There's the cat. Do we really want to fight this? Do you want your memories back? Or are they any good? Or they're
I
good?
do want the stones.
I guess you wouldn't know because they're gone.
Here's how I feel.
You know what? I died for you people.
Well, you didn't die,
But I almost did.
but you
You can
did.
show me a little bit of gratitude.
Look, I got the book for you. Okay, we had a good conversation. I wept for you, all right? And then we found you in a prison.
Did you really weep?
A little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's touching, but
What do we?
why
I want
can't
what the kitty has.
why can't you open the portal and get us all out of here?
I can. I was supposed to do that.
Go do it.
I was thinking about the cat. So we're not fighting the cat.
So now we're.
How
not-
far away is the cat?
It's on the other side. It's about 200-300 feet away.
Wait, for all we know, she hears this right now.
We're not coming for you.
Oh yeah, mage armor by the way.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Gotta put that
I
one
know,
back
it's
up. Yeah, mage armor.
We don't even know how powerful she
I
is.
keep mid-conversation, you're like,
I
oh
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if we can.
And she killed all those people.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
over.
like cultist people, right?
They were.
They're cultists and
They're
commoners.
still people.
They're commoners.
still
No,
people.
that's not that. It's like, can we take the cat? I think we maybe we can. We killed a bone devil.
We sure did.
No, we killed a bone devil with a closet controlling it from the
We killed that
neither
closet too.
regions.
Remember him?
All right. So, you float your hand across. We'll be ready with these stabs. You get your hand past, and we'll blast it with the lightning stabs. And by the time it gets here, it's almost dead.
I imagine she has a pretty good dexterity save. Or a
Crispy
good
cat.
dex-
All right, are we doing it or not? I really don't care.
Is there any reason why we need to fight the cat?
Wow, the little floaty rocks are on his head.
But that is
We don't.
greed.
No, we don't.
That's great.
You're right.
That's right. That's great.
So then I say no, we don't.
I agree.
Going
with
back
you.
to the chair then. not
He
the
opens
chair.
the portal
Not the chair,
when we
no.
get everyone out safely.
Fine.
All right, so Professor Hobart has just turned around and huffed off back
to the
towards
chair.
back towards the chair.
But I do want power. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm marching to the cat. I'm doing it. No, I'm doing it. Y'all better come!
All right, you're back at the skiff, and they're not far behind.
Do it!
I think I left something at the chair.
Back to the chair.
What do you guys do? You just stay there and watch.
I'm just gonna say.
Professor Hobart's like walking by.
At this point, these sort of shenanigans have become second nature. I will say this to you. The nibs that impersonates them, not really that far off.
Strange. I wonder if they're somehow related.
I think so.
He stole the identity of his great uncle or something.
It's uncanny.
Oh, my nephew Vigo!
Vigo.
You have heard that name before. The half part is the gnome part.
To the chair.
To the wall.
I'm already at the chair.
So you're all heading back to the chair?
Yes, and I tell the people to follow us.
When they get to the chair, I'm gone. They're not there. I'm gone.
Where'd you go?
To the Unicorn, yeah. I put it for a new party.
So you rushed it?
No!
You could rush it
We were
if you
talking
like.
about before. No. I'm waiting for them, and I'm working on the chair.
Just floating through the nine hells. No! Okay, so you all get back to the throne room, and you walk in, and not long after you, cultists and commoners alike, and prisoners, like the slaves and the cultists are kind of coming in. They're not sure what to do, is grumbling amongst themselves.
Just relax, everybody. He's going to take care of it.
And as you're about halfway to the throne, all of a sudden you hear, shh, up from above you hear a voice. Hey everybody!
Hey, Gearbox!
I found a way into the throne room! Now I can talk to you here too! What you doing?
Hey, Gearbox.
Yeah?
Can you kill the cat?
Kill the cat? What cat? Is there a cat?
Remember the cat?
I don't remember a cat.
Yeah, you were
The
there.
Sphinx deer.
Oh, a sphinx! No, I can't kill it. Not right now, at least. Maybe later. I'm still trying to figure out everything.
Okay, I'm gonna miss you. We're leaving now, Gearbox.
Huh, that's strange, because it looks like you just walked in.
I know we're okay.
Gearbox. Can you figure out if there's any, like, sort of weakness to this structure that we're on?
Yeah, I can find a few already. It's running out of fuel, and it's about to fall. In 13 hours.
The thing that's over...
No, 12 hours.
And you still don't want to come with us?
The thing that's over Harinburg is like this, is it not?
Oh, I think so. It seems similar.
So how do we get rid of the one over top of Harinburg?
I haven't figured that one out yet.
I want to call him an idiot and smack him.
No, I don't want to buddy Gearbox.
What are you going to do, sit the ground?
Don't,
Take the ship.
do not stoop to Delwater's ways.
So you get to the throne, and it's still there. It's still the way you found it before, with all parts kind of pulled out. It looks like it's been reassembled into other things and repurposed. You pull out the book, and you start to open it up, and you can start to make heads and tails. It looks like it's still similar to the way he had it configured in the book. Like that's the last thing it was used for. So you're gonna try to configure it to open up the Duniglonia. Okay, so you can work for about half an hour.
Alright.
Give me an Arcana check.
Guide.
Now, actually, hold on. Is it Arcana? I think it's just an Arcana check.
Everything's riding on you.
Don't roll yet.
Too late.
Okay, let's hold on to that roll then. I'll tell you. Don't tell me what it is, and I'll
Yep.
tell you what you're supposed to actually add to it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Yep. It's Arcana.
21.
21.
Yep.
Okay, so after half an hour, you kind of put the last thing together, and you feel a hum. It requires the last thing it requires is 30 charges of batteries.
We'll be here a lot longer.
How many batteries does my purple blade
6.
have?
6.
Has 6 charges.
I've
Has
got
1 battery, 6 charges.
I've got 9 in my rod.
And what is the yellow? Sorry, I've got the yellow one.
Okay, I'm good.
You got spares?
Yep, I got spares.
Okay, so cross out 30 charges. So as you feed it these little cylinders, the little
A lot for
batteries.
racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had enough for everything?
Yep, I still have.
There, you
five
guys have found a lot of
in my
batteries over the
stack.
course of this.
What's left in the yellow saber? Sorry.
6. I think you have 6 next yours.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody still has the ones in their weapons.
Oh, okay.
These are the spare ones that you found that he's taken out of things.
Oh, okay.
Have been charged, have been powering all sorts of other things. Okay, so you kind of feed it one, and it drains it. You pull it out, you throw it. It's empty. You can every time one empties, it looks like a regular battery that's got all the acid spilled out of it, like it corrodes, and so you just throw it. It's useless after that. And after you put the last one in, you hear the whole thing starts to hum, and then just a blue shimmer just boom goes across the whole thing. So it kind of looks like this, except more mechanical around it.
And we can see like the image through it.
You can't.
Oh,
You can't see what's on the other side.
interesting.
How long does that stay open for?
Your best guess is 15 minutes,
All right.
but give or take 10 minutes.
About 45 more seconds.
Well, then we better start getting people through that.
It closes after 5.
After 5 people?
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the 5 best and brightest.
Is that legit?
You know he's lying. Because your passive insight is 18. Unless you roll higher than that. You want to do a deception roll?
No.
Professor, you and I have to come to some kind of agreement here.
You jump through. He disappears.
What? Oh, the tiny freaking.
So is your hand still attached?
Oh yeah. Is it yeah.
So you reattach it before you go through, or you keep
No,
it
no,
separate?
no. Yeah.
You want to send the hand through first?
No.
I thought of it. Trust me.
No. It's I imagine. Well, because I brought it back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me where it is right now. I'm
It's
not going to tell
on
you. I'm
me.
like, oh no, you forgot. You never said you were bringing
Yeah.
it. So it's back with the Sphinx.
Boom.
The Sphinx is licking it right now.
Yeah.
So you jump through.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Doubtwater jumps through. Boom. Leaves
And the
Garrett.
whole time, freaking.
I'm like, I motion for the people to start coming.
Okay, so they all kind of huddle forward, and they're looking at it. They look
Not
like they're
pregnant.
afraid.
This gets you out of here. This gets you to safety.
Give me a persuasion check.
15.
That's enough.
Oh, no, I'm wrong on that. It's less.
How much less?
Garrett's definitely gonna
12.
stay on that side too.
12's still enough. So they
It's gonna be Garrett and Rin trying
so
to
you're
get
kind of
in.
pushing them through to the boom, 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 boom. Okay, so about 2 dozen go through, a mixture of cultists and commoners, and it's just the 2 of you left.
This
Shall we?
is so easy, sir.
And then you hear over the whole, as you're looking at it, all of a sudden you hear over the PA system, you hear, oh, hey guys, oh, I see what you mean by leaving. Oh, that is interesting. Hold on a second.
Always doing this, isn't he?
Gearbox, we're kind of in a hurry here!
He just sort of left it.
Okay, I'm good. You guys go on ahead without me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
That sounded ominous.
Yeah.
Go on ahead without me! Yeah, I'm sure.
what did you just look at?
Yeah.
No response.
Now Skynet can launch the missiles.
Gearbox,
Bye.
it's been nice.
The blue thing starts, you see it like kind of,
Rin, let's go. Gearbox, goodbye. Good life. And I'll jump through.
boom. You jump through, boom,
Oh no! Triple the bodies.
and we will take a break.
Oh dear.
So we'll be back.
We got cultists at Duty Golnier or whatever it's called.
Just gonna leave these people behind.
Yes.
So we're going to take a short break right now. Now, of course, if you're on the stream, we're going to be doing a giveaway during that short rest. So make sure you stick around. So we're just going to disappear and come back in a few minutes.
We shouldn't call it a break, we should call it a short rest.
That's what we've been doing.
I haven't noticed that.
I
Yeah.
haven't noticed it.
I know we need to change it. One of the people suggested at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Now, for those of you watching that aren't live, we had a little discussion on the break. We realized, and I actually forgot this as well, that those weapons that they have, they require attunement. And so they both attune to it, and they discovered that they're cursed. I don't know how aware you are if they're cursed. All of a sudden, neither of them want to part from those weapons. You don't always have to use them, because it turns out if they roll a 1, naturally, they suffer the effects of the weapon. You might turn into a T-Rex. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, right?
Can I be a stone golem?
That's
I could
a
also
problem.
turn
Yeah.
into a sheep, though.
Yeah, you can also turn into a sheep.
Polymorph's not as bad as the flesh stone.
Polymorph's not as bad as it used to be. System shocker, you die.
That used to be a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It literally was a really good kill spell back in the day.
Yeah. But anyway, so I just want everybody to be aware of that. Okay, so you've all jumped through this portal.
What are we doing with this?
Stop looking over the thing, Steve.
I'm tall.
I know, but you're like,
I'm not, though.
I know.
I'm tall.
Can we? Yes, you are done with that. Move it
I'm
and
tall.
replace it with this.
What?
Ooh,
It's
color.
Wonderland.
Which way's the top?
It kind of does look like Cannon's Wonderland.
You can show it now, Rob, as they adjust it.
Well, clearly it's not Wonderland. It's Dunye Grunye.
Done, yeah,
zoom it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
There's things over here I gotta get.
There we are on the hill.
Oh,
Look.
never mind. There's over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, is that us?
Isn't it cute? It is you. That's where you are.
Man, I want
Good.
that. Do they have floating weapons? Or they're just
Yeah,
hands
show
I
the whole
can't
thing. So you look over there. You see, zoom out as far as you can.
Wait, I can see it all up here.
I know, but that gets
Oh,
cut
Rob,
off.
you gotta...
Rob's got to zoom out from his end.
Yeah, so Rob, you need to do some adjustments. Okay, so Rob's going to do some adjustments so the audience can see. The legendary lost city of Dunya Glonia spreads out
Colosseum.
within
Yeah.
a narrow mountain vale.
This is Venice.
Well, you...
Pretty sure that's
unfortunately,
not Venice.
the picture is really cool, but it does give you a misconception.
Really?
That is not water.
Oh.
We'll find out about that in a second. Ancient and intricate stone...
Oh.
Ancient and intricate
What was
stone... Ancient
I'm
and
really
intricate...
sorry.
I thought you were going to do it. Then I was like, now I have the pressure of being the fourth person.
No. I don't partake in their
Ancient and intricate stone towers rise up from the valley floor, though many of those have toppled against one another to form dangerous-looking walkways extending between the ruins. The rooftops and upper levels of the towers are strewn with vines and foliage, but a strange gleam, so it's not supposed to be blue, it's supposed to be more translucent. A strange gleam extends across the lower reaches of the city, resembling an almost transparent barrier some 30 feet above the ground, visible only where it catches the light. Below that strange barrier, the buildings of the city are unnaturally clean, showing no signs of vegetation or other life, and highlighting the glimmering glass statuary that stands everywhere. Even at a distance, many of the statues appear to be humanoids of different races. At this point, as you guys are all stepping through this portal, behind you the portal closes, and there's no actual physical portal there. Like extended out, but it's not like there's a second gate that you can now use to go back.
So yeah,
Behind you is a series of caverns, like you came out to an overlook. And you would have come out to
Okay.
this overlook if you had traveled through.
Yep.
And already, 3/4 of the people who came with you are scrambling back, and they're going back towards those. The other quarter are heading down the side of the cliff towards the city. But the majority of them are disappearing behind you into the caverns.
Caution. Exercise caution.
They're just pushing across. No, like it looks like there's no two people who are working together. They're just pushing each other and going as fast as they can away from you guys and away from everything.
So this is not water. It's just clear. We can see through it.
You said there were glass statues?
All over the ground, even from the distance, you can see that they look humanoid.
Are they broken?
Oh, that's the last statue.
Where?
Yeah, the big happy face.
Yeah. Basically, it's hard to tell from this distance. You do remember one of the legends that you heard. Actually, no, I don't think you guys ever discovered it. We'll say it was in your journal. That one of the legends is that the city was inhabited by glass inhabitants, like actually peopled by glass people. None of them are moving. They're all standing perfectly still.
Are they like on pedestals, or do they just kind of seem like?
From this distance, it's hard to tell. Honestly,
I
they're
mean-
all over the place.
I may be
It's like
dumb,
if
but I
you were
do
look-
have a high wisdom, and I have a feeling that nothing can live beneath that
barrier. It looks like a barrier. Of
barrier.
sorts.
Is that
Maybe even
the-
humans or living things that fall beneath the barrier turn into glass.
Is that the real sunset there, or is that what like the skyline looks like when we look off? Does it even look like we're on the same plane?
The sky looks similar.
Okay.
You don't feel like you're in a different
Can
plane
we
of
see
existence.
that building from where we are?
Yeah, you can see everything
Let's
right
not
here.
go to the Medusa building.
There's a Medusa building?
Yeah, there's a little face with snake features.
I feel like we got the short end of the stick sitting on this side.
We should go to the
Sorry.
observatory.
You know what,
is
actually?
not on
That
the
looks like
screen,
a
Rob.
bird building.
You know what?
Are those birds?
I got a second one.
Rob?
I knew I'd printed two for a reason. I'm like, I
That's-
feel like I should print two, not just one.
That's quite
Nope.
handy.
I just so you guys stick.
All
that in
right,
front of
thank you.
I actually had a second of the other one too, but
There is a Medusa building.
Yeah, it looks so much different when you're looking at it.
Well, what's the path like going down?
simple enough.
It's just took the walk.
Dears, do we want to see what the first set of houses or
Birds.
buildings are?
That's some Medusa.
Yeah, that makes sense. We should.
Some more birds.
Maybe see what we're getting ourselves into. Maybe there's inhabitants we can talk to or see what all this is.
Is it safe to assume that we can see everything that with this map? Like that's what we see.
Yeah, this is you are in a where you are right now. You're looking down on the city, so you can pick out all these details. Now there are more details
is
to be
where
picked
I
out when you
am.
get closer.
Of course.
You want to go, so you just want to bypass
No,
all
no,
of
no,
this?
no, no. I'm trying.
Now, the
I'm
one
pointing
thing the
out-
map doesn't show
places
properly, because it's just an illustration of it, is that there's a lot more interconnection. Like right now, it looks like there's no way across, right? But
the buildings we-
the buildings there's a lot more rubble connecting everything, so you can not easily, but for the most part, you'll find winding pathways through the city. Rarely do you see an area where you can just go straight from point A to point B. Like you're gonna have to like hop over here, climb up a building here, hop over there, climb down.
Is this style of architecture consistent to the rest of?
Back to the monastery.
Well, no, like Harinburg and everything. Have we seen?
This doesn't look familiar to you, no. It doesn't appear to be anything that you've experienced in your life.
I agree. The observatory is interesting.
Yeah.
Does anyone notice the large number of birds and snakes decorating the different buildings?
Actually, there's all birds and snakes.
Exactly. It's either a bird or a snake.
I think that's a bird and a snake,
Snake, bird.
isn't it? Are those maybe snakes?
Kind of looks like what that is.
Looks like a bird with a frog on his
I
back.
think we need to go to the Medusa building.
I don't think we can go there at all.
Pretty sure that's a good sign.
But so the ones that are broken, like there's a couple broken towers. Do they literally seem to be resting on top of this force field?
No.
Like it kind of looks in the picture?
No.
Okay.
It's more like that they're resting against something else.
Okay, so yeah, like they've hit whatever here underneath the force field. or
Right.
whatever. Okay.
But everything below the let's call it fog. Looks
Just call it the transparent barrier.
All right, everything below the barrier is in pristine condition.
It's hard to tell you that because you're not close enough. There is definitely what appears from this
I
distance.
thought that's what you said.
No, everything is more. There's no vegetation, and so it's clean. It's all very clean.
Gotcha.
Doesn't look like anything's alive.
Does anyone wonder if this is maybe how the barrier peaks got their name?
Yeah, sorry. It says they're unnatural. What I read is they are unnaturally
like-
clean.
We assume barrier peaks were named after them being a
That
barrier,
being the barrier, yeah.
as opposed to a barrier in the peaks. It's very philosophical.
Well,
It does happen occasionally.
let's start walking because we can stay at this forever, but we might as well just go.
Do you want to
It
make
is
our-
actually kind of breathtaking. It is beautiful, and you've literally walked into a lost city that is clearly
and it's quiet, right?
very quiet.
There's no birds that fly about.
There are, but it's still
Any snakes?
Are the birds holding
you don't notice any
snakes?
snakes near you. Are there any snakes riding birds?
Yeah.
Birds riding snakes?
Yes.
You don't notice any of those.
Okay.
Do we want to
What about
make
flying
our way
snakes?
down here?
Well, that's actually not uncommon thing.
You're being a little too literal with that.
Why? It's a map.
Well, let's just head down and see what presents itself.
Yeah.
I imagine this pathway down doesn't lead to too many options, so.
Kind of.
Yeah, right now it's just like there's a pathway down.
I don't
Yeah.
want the people that came through the portal with us to die, but I have a funny feeling one of them's
There's a,
gonna
there's a
run,
bunch of them already
run
ahead of
beneath
you.
the barrier.
I think we should.
And it would be nice to see what happens as the guinea pigs go.
Oh,
Genius.
how your thoughts
Are
have
there
changed.
any of them?
No. Rinda's.
That's not Rin, that was
No,
Jeremy.
That's Jeremy.
Flugelhorn, get that guy. We need him. Capture him.
No, there's a bunch already running ahead of you.
Push anybody in.
All right, Randy will do it.
He's just gonna have an owl that pushes people into a force
He's gonna
field.
wait
No,
till someone's
Randy will
looking
go
in, and
first.
Randy's just gonna appear and go.
Oh, you actually have the thing push it into it? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're not there yet.
Okay, so you head on down. As you get closer, as you draw closer to the barrier and the city, you get a better look at the statues, the whatever, or the details of the city. So many of the glass statues set along the exteriors of the towers, some of them above. Some of them are above the barrier, and some are below now that you're closer. Are in fact humanoids. You see elves, dwarves, humans, all sorts of humanoids. Halflings, gnomes even. They stand in alcoves or recesses along the tower's upper reaches and are crafted in disturbingly lifelike fashion. Gargoyles and caryatid columns are abound, anchored to rooftops or extended outward to form massive arches supporting the stonework above. Okay, so you are now nearing, basically you're at the edge now, looking out, and there's a tower that's fallen that's currently of the pathway, so you can start to walk across this tower.
Where have the other people gone?
There's a few of them that have spread out, have gone to the other parts of the city, but right ahead of you, there's two people in particular who are ahead of you on the tower.
And is this tower above the force field?
Yeah,
Or
it's above the barrier. Yeah. And so they're heading across, just kind of looking around. They've slowed down at this point, though. They're just looking around. And so now you guys are on this tower, this long tower. It's probably a good 75 feet long. It's 20, 30 feet wide, and it's just totally crumpled down. So it used to be a big building. And so now you are mere feet, maybe like, I'll let you be like 20 feet away from the barrier. I'm not going to say now you're at the barrier. So how would you like to approach this?
Shall we test it with a rope?
Well, hold on. Like, what are the?
Cultists.
Yeah, what are they doing?
They're actually two slaves. They're not cultists. And they're just slowly creeping forward.
Can I pull a plant out of the ground?
Yeah?
Throw it through the barrier?
Yeah, so you throw it, and it lands on the barrier. And kind of like a bloop kind of thing. Like it's a thick, viscous fluid. And it just slowly sinks in. And as soon as it sinks in, you start to see bubbles forming around it. And it just starts to wither up and slowly goes down. But you do see like it looks like it's,
White blood cells got it.
yeah, it's bubbling around.
There was this time I was in a catacomb beneath the city of Harinburg, and there was this gelatin monster.
This thing a gelatin monster?
It has very similar properties to what just happened there.
When you get closer, the three of you don't really notice this too much. Actually, the three of you are all looking at it. So all four of you give me perception checks. Although you don't need to worry about it, by the way. You pass it. You pass it with your passive.
Nope.
12?
8.
Nope.
8. Okay, all right. So you suck. So, Brother Ren, you're the only one that notices this. As you're looking around, they seem to be fixated on maybe the glass statues or watching the plant. But you start to look around, and you notice floating skeletons as well of animals, of birds, small wildlife.
Are they like suspended in
They're
there?
suspended, yeah. Yeah, they're just floating midair. And there's also bits of crumbling walls that are suspended midair. So it appears that this thing is like a gelatinous thing.
Cube monster.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to be careful. One of these things, it was much smaller.
Are you suggesting that
Killed a
this is
friend of mine.
a 1 foot thick, super
No, no, it's not 1 foot thick. It probably goes all the way to the bottom.
Oh. I
This is one.
not considered that
This is
either.
one big creature.
I don't know if it's alive, but the one that I fought was alive.
Can I get to the edge of the thing? I want to drop the rope into it.
Yeah, so when you drop it, it's just exactly what you think. It just kind of goes blop.
No, I'm not on the rope. Like, I'm about to drop the hole.
Yeah, yeah. It just kind of floats on the top and slowly sinks into it.
But does it start eating away at the rope?
You do see it kind of sizzling the
I'm
rope as
bring the
well.
rope up. Is there anything on the rope?
Yeah, it's like a
Is it
goop.
goopy?
Yeah, it's goopy.
It's quite viscous.
So don't fall off the buildings.
But
Should I try to touch it?
Yes.
No!
Just touch it.
Don't.
So you,
What,
so you touch it?
what are you
Touch it.
doing?
So as you touch it, you feel it burn your fingers.
Ah!
Yeah. So
All right.
it definitely burns like
Like
it's
acid.
like acid.
I'm gonna
No,
drip-
you didn't touch it enough to do
No.
any damage to yourself.
I'm gonna drip on the stone of the building we're on.
Are you
How's it-
sure
how's
that
it
cat
react
thing
to
didn't
stone?
drain your
The stone stays,
Well,
but anywhere
weren't
it
you
happens to touch a
wondering?
vine that's going across the stone, it eats through the vine.
The stone itself doesn't discolor, doesn't change, doesn't smoke, anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence check.
24.
Okay, so you recognize this from your studies. It has all the properties of a gelatinous cube, except you've never heard of a gelatinous lake. I don't know, what would you call it?
I like gelatinous lake.
Should we start hacking it?
Do you know if these cubes have any weaknesses?
Fire.
I think if you fall in it, you're done. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So don't fall in it.
I mean, that cat died. That gnome died. That dog was definitely dead.
No, they're glass.
I'm gonna holler out.
No, those skeletons.
Those aren't gnome. Those are animal skeletons.
Oh.
There are no humanoid skeletons in it. Only animal skeletons.
I'm gonna holler out to all the slaves and cultists that are sort of like wandering around, like, don't touch the goop.
But why would
Whatever
why
you do.
would the animals have carcasses and not the humanoid things?
Maybe no humanoids have been here for.
The animals fell in. I think we're the first two.
The animals fell in, were roosting in the buildings when they got the slime in them. There are many possibilities.
So the two
Make something like
ex-slaves that are ahead of you, they kind of stop and they look around. They look a little concerned, and the one's like looking at it,
It's acid!
and he just kind of nods. And while his back is turned, you see out of the goop, the goop starts to form into a long, some sort of tentacle. And as he's looking and nodding at you, it wraps around his waist and it yanks, and he screams as he falls back and splats on top of it. And he's just screaming as you see as he gets enveloped, and just roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, you guys are near it.
Oh, sweet. 21. I'm going to the
Just hold on to it. Just hold on to it.
Are we fighting a lake right now? Guys, are we gonna fight a lake?
Roll initiative.
I always wanted to fight a lake.
Lake fight! Matthew prepared for the lake fight.
There is no way he has a jello lake under this table.
You might. Did you make jello last night? Can I eat it?
Only if you
He's
bet.
been
Only if
pouring
you win.
resin for weeks.
If it's blue raspberry, it's my favorite kind of jello.
Fortunately, I can't do a perfect representation of it. Can you clear? This is going to crush whatever it's about to come down. There's still stuff underneath.
Yep, I got it. We can see.
So the green is the goop.
Yeah.
So I didn't know exactly where you would come into contact with it. So I got to do a little bit of adjusting. But yeah, you guys work on centering it.
You can move.
And then Rob, you can work on...
How do you fight a lake?
Freeze it.
It's a sarlacc pit. Discard.
I think it's a bird and snake bit, to be honest.
Most of the
That's what's throwing me off.
I know, but zoom out. Let me get this first. Stop right there for a second. Rob, we'll cut off the edges. So much we can do.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
I'm going on a ladder.
We're gonna be up here, Rob. We're gonna be
Yeah,
up here.
I'm just playing.
Rob.
No, you're not up there. Nice try.
We want it.
It's fine. It's because you're gonna start over there. But I got to put one more.
Okay. Do you mean
I need to get through just for a second. Yeah, I need to adjust a little bit to represent where you're coming from. I'm missing a miniature.
Me.
It's a me.
It's a me. Yeah.
All right, so you were coming across. Right about this point. I'll let you guys readjust if you like, but you're kind of in this area.
Are the poor slaves? somewhere?
There's one, yeah, and he's terrified. I don't have a quick model for him, so I'm just going to use this this skeleton model.
That's what it's about to be.
It's not. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
malnourished.
Get your head away. All right.
That's not a good sign.
Okay.
Stop looking.
At least it's found use for it.
Always find use for it. There's also stuff that I don't use. All right, let's change this up here.
I don't understand what we rolled initiative against.
I know, right? It'll become clear soon.
Again, a lake.
Wait, you don't know how to kill a lake?
No.
You've never thought like, hey, I want to kill this lake. You just,
I honestly
you
said
throw so many plastic bottles in it that it's just no longer useful.
you kill the lake itself.
Yeah, the lake is just dead. Okay, so as you guys see this happen, I'm gonna quickly pull up this.
Can Garrett point to the other slave and get back here right now?
Where is this terrain from?
That is game mat, pre-painted.
Interesting. It's pre-painted?
Yep.
Now you're talking my language.
Right. Okay. What's the high initiatives? What'd you guys get?
22.
22. Anybody higher than 22?
21 this week.
21, 22. Who's next? Who thinks they're next?
Say your numbers, everybody.
10.
9.
10 and
And the 10 takes second place.
No, not quite. It's immune to acid damage, right? 10 is Rin. And then 9 for both of you?
Yeah.
Deadwater.
There's only 4 of us, but somehow we always seem to
How do you manage to go so
group
low?
up like that.
Yeah. Rin, Deadwater, and Garrett. All right, Professor Hobart. What you doing? Actually, yeah.
Nothing. There's nothing to do. I saw a typical grab a guy over here.
Was that?
I saw a typical grab a guy over here.
Yeah, basically.
A tentacle or like a
Pseudopod?
pseudopod of the...
More like a pseudopod.
Well, then I guess I'll. I'm gonna come over here. I'll dash to him. I'll dodge.
With dodge? All right.
I think that's a good move.
All right. Well, you guys rolled such crap initiatives. This guy, all of a sudden, another pseudopod comes up out of it. Hold on. I'm just going to roll for him. The first one was for dramatic effect.
Bloods
The
don't
next
kill.
one, we're actually going to follow the rules. I got him. All right, so it picks him up, and he starts screaming as it just drops him into the lake of bubbling ooze.
Move and dodge.
Okay.
You just want to dodge.
I'll take it off the ramp so it's there.
Oh, and it's going after you. So another pseudopod comes up right next to this sledge. And when you're looking at it really quickly, it seems to reach its height at about where you guys are. So it doesn't have much more of a reach beyond that. And that's attacking you with disadvantage, though.
My spells do acid damage. I don't think it really.
Make my monsters grow.
Literally. Ultimate power. It absorbs him.
Dodge this gloop of acid!
You see it like...
Dang it!
Don't do that! Don't do that!
Oh, 1. Critical 1. So, yeah, it does nothing. Okay, after that... Oh, shoot. I did the wrong one. Sorry, I have to roll one more initiative.
One more.
Oh.
It's coming, wherever it is.
Okay, Rin, you're up.
Didn't they both roll 9s?
No, he rolled 10. You both rolled 9s.
I rolled a 10.
He rolled the 10. I rolled the 9.
Oh.
I even repeated it several times.
Honestly,
I
So
said
10
10.
for Rin and 9 for you two, and you both, everybody said...
never listen.
Honestly, I thought it was the same boat. Huh.
Glad we're all
Do it,
paying attention.
Deadwater.
All right, Miss Deadwater.
I suppose I can go to here. My movement. And then, dodge.
Just like, how do you attack a lake? You don't want to tick off the lake. Okay, Garrett and Rin.
But what's force gonna do? Push it?
I will jump up and stand in the middle of the bridge
We need to find a base.
and ready an attack for if a pseudopod comes up and tries to attack one of my friends.
You need to splash acid on me.
Okay.
I
And Brother Rin.
I'm going to move to the center of that building.
Okay.
We have to throw off the pH balance.
And I'll do the same. I'll ready a...
Pour milk in it.
I'm going to ready
Conjuring
a...
a cow.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. So if a pseudopod comes up, you're going to toll the dead on it? That's
I
the
guess
idea?
so.
So that's because you have to tell me the exact trigger.
I'm gonna toll the lake if another pseudopod comes up.
It's like hitting Homer's stomach, right? Just the endless ripple.
I'm gonna pull up my chemistry set next.
Okay, so as you kind of pull back to do that, you swear that you see motion moving through the, we'll call it the lake, Lake Ooze. Let's call it Lake Ooze.
Ooze?
Lose.
Lake
Lose.
Ooze.
So for lack of a better word, we'll call it Lake Ooze. And as you're moving back and looking down and getting ready to cast, you see motion coming through it really rapidly. And all of a sudden, at initiative count 7, these huge, now this color is wrong. These should be more mechanical looking. And they're attached to those teleportation devices that you guys had used before.
Wait,
And-
teleportation devices or the wrist?
Yeah.
The wrist things.
Yeah, those are teleportation devices. They teleport
right.
your arm through. That's what they're actually called.
Huh.
So they start popping up, but they don't look like they're independent. They pop out of the ooze, and like the ooze is like dripping off of them as they come up.
Got like a Matrix situation going on here.
Well, just here to save
Put
us.
one on that end over there.
Next time.
No. Nice try. No, go over. Close to your guy, man. If you wanted me to put it right next to him, we can. So it's this weird mechanical arm that just comes flying at you, and it attacks you.
Does it look like, when you see mechanical arm, does it look like a tentacle?
It doesn't look like a pseudopod.
Show them what it looks like.
It looks like that.
No, under the
It's not
table.
mechanical.
Under the table.
None of your business.
So like, does it have joints?
No, it's a mechanical joints, but it looks like a mechanical version of a tentacle.
So it does look tentacle. Okay, just not living tentacle.
Right.
Okay. Does that count as a pseudopod? Can I toll it?
Sure. What the heck?
Dung!
Dong. You're like, what? Dong.
It needs to make a wisdom save.
I get 18.
Well, never mind.
What kind of damage does it do, anyways?
Necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what I can do.
Are you tolling that?
It told the
Tentacle?
thing. the
Yeah,
tentacle.
but it resisted.
It resisted. Now it strikes at you. It gets a critical. Would you like to negate its critical?
Yes!
Okay, so it just does regular damage. My first roll of the encounter.
That bodes well.
10 bludgeoning damage. So the tentacle comes up and just slams into you. The other ones are still making their way up. And anybody else who looks down notices more of this motion in the Lake Ooze than these 4. Okay, back up to Professor Hobart.
Yep. About 90 feet away, do I see safety?
Well, you tell me.
Okay.
The shore is about, off this map, it's about 50 to 100 feet away.
That's what I want to do.
Blow raspberries.
Man, so I'm going to suspect my acid splash isn't going to help.
I'm not going to tell you what's going to work.
Wow. Okay. I don't think I can. I don't think I can help here.
Set a fire.
I'm going to.
The beacons are lit.
But like, here's the problem. Can you technically conjure this underneath the tentacle?
Yeah.
It's a floating tentacle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna. I guess this one.
Tee.
Okay. And it has to do with dexterity.
Burn the metallic tentacle.
10.
You fail.
You fail.
Oh, 16.
16 damage.
Yeah, I have the ways.
Okay, so yeah, it comes underneath it and just the fire just woof right up the side of it. But it's still there, but it looks like you actually did a lot of damage with your little campfire. How did it...
I rolled those 8s.
Wow, that is 2d8 damage. Nice. Oh yeah, it's a cantrip in your level. You're level 5+. Okay, good job, Professor. You want to move anywhere?
I don't think I can move through him. So we'll stay
You're
here.
a gnome, you literally can.
Really?
Well, you can move through friendlies anyways.
Well-
You're just at half speed. If the halfling is one I can move through. An enemy creature one size larger. Okay, after you is... Yeah, pseudopods. So 2 pseudopods come up beside that bridge. Like transparent ones from Lake Ooze.
Oh, transparent.
Look who's.
And we're going to
You have ready
randomize.
action.
And does that trigger my ready action?
Yes.
Yay, I will swing my yellow saber
Hold
of
on.
light.
Before you choose 2 and 3. So that's going to go after Professor Hobart and after Garrett. So you see one about to slam into Hobart, but they're both close enough for you to attack. Which one do you want to attack? The one attacking you or the one attacking Professor Hobart?
I'll probably go for the one attacking him because that's probably the first one that's probably the one I see.
about Hobart.
Hobart's fine.
All right, make an attack.
So do I turn to stone?
No, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. It's
DC 15, and then you turn into stone.
And then you suffer the flesh to stone spell. First roll.
You rolled 2 ones in a row.
All right, so I'm assuming wizards have that spell.
So
Hold
I'm
on.
a rock.
Hold on.
Did you roll 2 ones in a row?
Yes!
You did. Flesh to stone, 6th level spell. So,
You're dead. We can't. We'll be back for you again.
okay, no. It takes more than once. You failed the save, so on a failed save, you're restrained as your flesh begins to harden. So as you swing towards it, all of a sudden you feel from your hands the stone spreading.
Just to be a
And you're-
jerk, but is there anything that says like if he fails more than by 5?
I'm going to keep reading. Oh, no, you have to fail a certain number of times.
Okay.
You make another Constitution saving throw at the end of each of your turns. You have to successfully save 3 times or fail 3 times. Okay?
Okay.
And they don't have to be consecutive. It's like death saving throws, except it's DC 15.
Yep. I do have +8 to my con.
So you should be okay.
I should.
On average. Okay, so as you swing, you feel your feet kind of become one with the floor, and your hands start to but you now count as being restrained. So you are at disadvantage on.
So
Your speed becomes 0. Your attack rolls have a disadvantage, and their attack rolls have advantage against you.
Well, the acid probably won't hurt you if you fail all the way.
so do I get my second attack for my ready to action?
No, it's just a ready to action.
Oh, okay.
So you get an attack. Wait,
Yeah.
Whenever you take an attack action, it makes 2.
but this is not an attack
It's not an
action. It's an
attack
attack
action.
ready.
It's a ready-
It's a ready. It's a
Is it
reaction. No,
ready?
sorry, it's a reaction.
Oh, okay.
So
You only get the 1.
Okay.
yeah, I think that's been clarified.
Okay.
Okay, well that was great. So the one's going to attack you.
Wow.
Can't believe your first one.
You're lucky because there's some petrification effects that's like if you fail to save by 5 or more,
You're instantly
it's just
dead.
instant.
No, this one you have to fail it 3 times.
Just. Bzoo.
You're like, and yet I still don't want to part with this thing. All right, so it attacks you and
But
definitely is going to hit.
Pretty sweet, guys.
It's pretty sweet.
It's 22. So it just smashes into you, and you feel your skin turning to stone and burning at the same time. Isn't it wonderful? 10 acid damage.
Decent.
Then Professor Hobart, the other one attacks you. Natural 1. So it misses you.
Here, that's
You're
going
small
around.
and wily. Okay. There's more motion coming from within Lake Ooze. Mrs. Doubtwater, what are you going to do? You see, so those pseudopods are gone. So they basically came up, slammed,
And then just
and they actually just kind of slam and then just lose their constitution and back into the ground. So they're not individual creatures to attack themselves.
she's gonna go to here, and then I'll fire at that one.
Yeah, that's the one that's burned.
Because how
It looks pretty dirt. It looks pretty hurt. It's hard for you to tell, but the fire has gone through it. It's
Don't you add your order saving throws?
I believe that
It's
Brother
rolled in.
Rin could
you
take
rolled
it.
a 1.
So I'm gonna fire at that fresh one.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep, first one. 14 plus 7, I think that's what? 20?
That's a hit.
20, yeah. And then 5,
Okay, second one.
14.
14's a miss.
Ooh.
So you go boom, boom, and then one of them just misses it, and the other one slams into it, does a minor amount of damage. Garrett and Rin, you can choose the order.
Well, you go first.
Okay.
That just makes logical sense. I'm going slow.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
You got a thing for it?
I don't.
All right, and here, just put this on.
Next
Where do you
to
want
the
it?
one I'm fighting. So I'll have that attack. 8 plus 8, so 22.
It's a hit. How much damage?
11.
What kind of damage is it?
Force.
11. Okay, it crashes through it, and it smashes through it, and the tentacle just kind of goes limp, and then boom, immediately the teleportation device just whisks it away as fast as it can. So it's essentially out of the fight.
And I'll then, as my standard action, I'll toll the dead on.
The one that's already hurt.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. 10.
Not enough. So there's a 12. 7 points of necrotic damage to that one.
Okay.
Because I think you hit it, right? It is.
For
Yeah,
once,
it is
yeah.
injured. It is
Not
injured.
that much, but
No, but it is injured. And so you see it, part of it just rust up right away, but it's still standing. But it looks pretty rusted and damaged from the blast. Garrett, you're restrained. You've already failed. No, actually, no. You haven't failed one of your 3 yet.
Okay.
You started the process.
Because now I do it at the end of my turn, but there's nothing I can do because I'm restrained.
Correct. You have 0 speed.
Well, I guess I will just make my. I guess I'll try.
Do you still have that? You have the spear in your hand, though, right? Or you have that? It has a range attack.
Oh yeah, I guess
You're,
I can.
you're just not proficient with it.
True. Yeah, sure.
It has the same properties
Pew,
as a
pew.
ranged weapon. It's still a +1 weapon.
Give it the.
So,
So, no,
so you do get that +1.
I guess what we didn't. What I never asked is, does it have the 2 buttons, or does this one only have 1 button?
It is the stats I gave you. So
Okay.
basically, so it says it's a D8 shot. It doesn't have buttons. You actually just kind of feel, it has a twisting area that you kind of hold on to, and that you've twisted on, it's just turned on, and you can just control it
Okay.
with your mind.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to. What was the min range?
100 feet, so you're fine.
Okay, I'll just
So
try
20
to
inches.
give that one the zap.
So this is it'll be dexterity, but you get a +1. It is a +1 weapon.
Okay. So I still get the +4 then, because of the proficiency bonus and everything, and that's a natural one.
You're already suffering the effects of the Flesh of
You know
Stone.
that. You know that.
Hey, roll the natural one
No,
again.
because it can't get worse. It's only gonna roll gold now.
Yeah, so we're not going to do it again. You're already suffering the effects of the Flesh of Stone. It doesn't say what to do if you get cast on you twice. So end of
It
your
laughs.
turn. Give me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. You pass your first one. I'm going to keep track right here. So we got 1 check, no X's. And if you pass 3, you'll actually end the effect. So you kind of, as you shoot it, you're like, "Ugh!" You're holding back the stone, but it's still trying to creep through your arms and up your legs. All right, awesome.
You
Rin.
should go buy a lottery.
Already
ticket.
went. Okay, so 2 more appear, and then the 3 that are here. This one zips over here and attacks Brother Rin.
Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ha. 15.
No.
Okay. That one's going to zip up and attack Garrett. Has advantage. 16.
No.
All right. And the other one's going to zip up. I'm going to randomize this. No, Professor Hobart.
Good.
So just bring that one up next to you. It's floating in the air next to you, so you're welcome to walk that way if you don't, you'll take opportunity attacks and everything. It attacks you, 12. You're good at 12 with your mage armor?
Mm-hmm.
And these ones have popped up, but that was their movement, so they're actually coming towards you.
Okay.
Okay, after that is Professor Hobart.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move through.
So you're going to take an opportunity attack then?
No, which one here?
So you're going to stay within 5 feet of it?
He's here, right?
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay, come on, get closer to the corner. And we'll just throw the fire pit over here.
13.
That's a fail. 14, I rolled double sevens.
Okay, it's dead.
Iron burning.
So it floats off. The teleportation device kind of floats off as well. Can I have it back, please? So it's 2 of them you've destroyed.
2 more going on, right? 8.
Where do you get the number 8 from?
I figured.
Okay. That was you. So now we have Pseudopod. So we have Pseudopod come up. Ooh, both of you are still pretty close. So Mrs. Doubtwater, one comes up next to you and one comes up next to Garrett. Now the one against Garrett has advantage. That's going to be a 26.
Yep.
That's a hit. You feel it burn into your stone skin. 10 acid damage. The other one comes after Mrs. Doubtwater. That's going to be a hit, I'm assuming.
What'd you roll?
19.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you have shield or anything you want to stop it?
I don't have that.
Okay. And it does 12 acid damage. All right. And all of a sudden, out of the water, you start to see, you look down, and you hadn't noticed this before because they're so clear, but a lot of those glass statues are actually crawling up the sides
What
of
the-
the walls.
The heck?
Our glass friends are coming to help us.
And I'm, yeah, that's why I chose skeleton models. Because they're coming to help you.
They come our glass friends.
Now, they don't have shields. They're just made of pure glass, and they have a big, long glass sword.
They'll just like break off their own hands and try to like stab us with glass shiv.
Pick out a rib.
Yeah.
How high can you screech?
Screech?
Comes right next to the spiritual weapon, which
Wanna,
doesn't
like
block
Alice
it.
Cooper it up.
Oh.
This guy's self Alice Cooper. Scream at the top of your lungs. Ah!
All right, so one attacks Professor Hobart. Professor Hobart, Dibzul Bumplikin. So it swipes at you with a glass long sword. It only gets 10, which misses. And as it does that, you notice, this is when you notice that around the entire glass figure is ooze. Like it's actually kind of holding it together. And its other arm kind of goes out like this, and a bunch of the ooze comes out and forms a little pseudopod and attacks you as well.
What the heck?
Oh, it's 8. So you're fine. What's that?
Nothing. Don't
You
I
wanna- you wanna-
I won't tempt it.
And then the other one's...
the luckiest gnome ever.
Yeah, right. The other one's going to attack Brother Rin. Swings at you, misses with the sword, got a 9. And then the pseudopod, an 8. Okay, well, we're getting a repeat of that last time. And the other ones are making their way over. So they climbed up right there, and they're making their way over. So, Mrs. Detwater.
Alright.
So you're next to it now.
Alright. But I'm not currently engaged with it.
Yes,
right?
you are. You're within 5 feet of it.
I am engaged with it. Alright, I guess I'll just fire at it.
With?
I'll just blast. I'll take the...
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I'll take it. What is that? Plus 7... 12.
Is a hit.
Oh. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
What kind?
Force.
That's gotta be pretty good for glass people.
You'd think so, right?
Hey, you need thunder to
Now you find though that part of it's absorbed by that ooze around
Somebody
it.
has shatter spell.
So it does slam into it. It does. Sorry, how much was it?
13.
Yeah. Okay. Do the second one.
10.
Is a hit.
Oh, wow, okay. Hua, Kia.
They're not particularly dexterous or armored.
7.
It dies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you just like as it comes over the corner, you just turn and you go blam blam, and it just shatters and just kind of crumbles to the ground and leaving it ooze and broken glass and chunks of body everywhere. It looked like a human though.
Does it make any noises? Like
Nope. It's very very silent except for the.
Does it have like facial expressions that change at all, or is it?
It has
just
a
like,
constant facial expression. The
Like-
one that
like-
attacked
like
you
a
kind of just
deadpan?
was like this, but the facial expression didn't
Okay.
change. They look like glass statues
Okay.
that are attacking you. This other one that's attacking Professor Hobart, who missed, has an expression of fear as it's attacking you, but the expression doesn't change. It's very it's weird, kind of eerie. It's just this constant expression. So
Yeah. Well, I get 9 temporary.
okay, after that is Mrs. Detwater. After that is Garrett and Rin.
I will drop the hammer, my spiritual weapon, on the one beside
Do it,
the professor.
Professor.
23.
That's a hit. A 10 was a hit, so you know.
6.
Okay, so it slams into it. You can see some of the glass shatter a little bit, but it holds its form.
I'm going to hit with my mace.
Okay,
I'm hoping it might have some sort of blood.
so you're not going to use the spear. Sorry, not the spear. The
But it
special,
tells you to use it.
the special one. No. It says you won't part with it. It doesn't
Oh,
say you
okay.
have to use it.
Compels you.
All right, I'll use the spear.
Turn
No, actually, no, I'm not. I'm using the mace.
Okay.
I said I was going to use mace.
I'm just reminding you that I have
Yeah. 12?
12's a hit.
Yeah, it is. 5 points of bludgeoning.
Wow. Okay. So you just smack into it as well. You feel like the bludgeoning should shatter it, but you feel it slow down just slightly. Like the ooze kind of absorbs some of that, so it doesn't have the effect that you would expect it to have on a glass structure. But it's still damaged. It definitely gets through, and it disrupts a lot of the ooze, breaks a bunch of the glass, but it's still there. but looks pretty hurt. After you is Garrett, who is still restrained but has one of those tentacle things
I
next to you.
will go for the guy who's behind me there, and I will make my 2 attacks against him with my yellow lightsaber.
You are disadvantaged.
Right.
Or you can't have been restrained. You're slowed. You're like, "Ugh," you're really forcing yourself to push through that stone. First
11?
one. 11's a miss.
No.
Okay, so yeah, you find yourself
Or-
just too slow.
I guess that's a 13.
13's a miss as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just creaking as you go through. Make your Constitution saving throw as you like, try to force it back.
Yeah.
And you pass, so you see the stone start to recede back up your hand towards the weapon. And also down towards the bottom of your feet as you will it away. One more success and it's gone. You still have 3 failures before you're perma-petrified. Okay. Horrible. Now those things, what is the speed? Alright, that can move 8 inches, so it's going to move and then it's going to dash next to Rin. This one will just move. We'll end it up over here. It seems to ignore the glass folk. And then one's going to attack Garrett with advantage. It's 27.
Yep.
Smashes into you pretty hard, doing 10 bludgeoning damage. The other one is next to Professor Hobart, and it keeps attacking you. And it gets 21. Can you shield that?
Oh, I can shield the 221.
Are you 16?
Yeah.
Then it'll beat you then.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's not enough. So you just feel it crack into your back. You take 15 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, it takes the wind right out of you as it slams into your back.
How much does that do to you?
I have 23 left.
15?
Yeah, 15 bludgeoning. Why? Do you have something you can react with?
Yeah. Sure, I'll do it.
What are you doing?
I will rebuke the violent.
How close do you have to be to make that work?
30 feet?
Okay, yeah, easily. 6 inches.
So you have to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13. Or it takes...
10.
Okay, so it takes 15 damage. Radiant.
Just straight up 15 damage?
No, it takes whatever damage that he gets dealt back to them in radiant.
Okay,
Does
so...
he still take the damage?
Yes.
Yeah, he still
Yeah,
does.
it's a rebuke. It doesn't absorb. So as it comes down, you can hear Garrett do some sort of chant as he looks over at you concerned. And you have a flash of white light, and you see the tentacle kind of flailing back as it has a singe all up it. It's not destroyed, but it is seriously injured. Okay, then we have the glass statue attacking Professor Hobart. First with its sword, 10. And then with its pseudopod other arm, 20.
I'll shield that.
Shield. So the pseudopod comes down. You can see the acid damage about to slam into you as you hold up your hands, and an arcane shield goes up and it slams in that instead and just kind of oozes all around it. This other one's going to move and then jump across. Is that bonfire still there?
Nope.
Okay, jumps onto it. Does it make the test now or at the end of its turn?
Do you have to concentrate to keep it up?
Yes, I do. Oh, hold on.
Turn them back into liquid glass.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, 10 is a minimum.
That's what
Like,
you need.
it did 15 damage, so that would be 7. So it's always minimum 10, right?
Okay.
Unless you have a minus Constitution, which you don't.
Nope, I don't. It's supposed to.
So I just need to know.
I gotta double check. I think
It's probably not going to. It won't kill it. I don't think you'll be able to kill it.
moves into. So you gotta do it now.
Okay. It fails. I'm guessing a 7.
Yeah. You can take 8 fire.
Nice. Yeah, so the fire actually does a pretty good job of melting away a lot of the ooze. As much as you would expect it to. Not twice as much as you'd expect it to. And it swings at Mrs. Doubtwater.
Okay.
Glass sword first. Critical! Did you want to cancel that or do you want him to take it?
No, I'm canceling.
Alright, so now it's just going to do
Sentinel of Death
6
Sword.
damage.
6 damage.
Yeah, it's 6 slashing damage. And then the pseudopod appears. Only 12.
12.
12's a miss, I'm assuming.
12 is a miss, yeah.
Okay, the other one's going to move up. Yes?
You gotta do your turn there. You gotta do it again.
Oh, it's when I move into
Yeah.
and?
Yes. This is or.
Well, then, I think it's just once per
Well,
turn.
wait,
I think it's
know.
once per turn.
I think it's once as well.
When it moves
Typically, it
into
would
for the
say
first
every-
time on a turn or ends its turn.
Yeah.
So I would say it's once.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the idea is that you can get away from it, but if you move into it, you take the damage. So the other one's going to move and jump across next to, but it won't be able to attack.
Standing next
Oh,
to
sorry, that one. Did it do damage to you?
Yeah.
He dashed to get there, so he shouldn't have been able to attack.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that, so we take that damage back. The other one's going to move and dash next to Brother Rin.
Another one.
Right there.
Oh,
Thank
Like
you.
right next to a spiritual weapon, or
Yeah,
past
he
it?
can go through the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Like right where the
Just move
spiritual
my
weapon
spiritual
is.
weapon out of the way.
I was
Just
gonna-
kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
guess we stop here, right?
yeah, right there is fine.
Because it doesn't threaten or anything like that.
No,
Take up
it doesn't
space.
count as a creature. It's just where it happens to be, the spell effect. Mrs. Doubtwater.
All right, so I guess I'm still engaged now.
Yes, you got engaged
Alright.
again.
Held with
There's like a
blast.
party on that thing.
Uh,
on the bridge.
You hit.
Yeah, 18.
18's a hit.
12 damage.
Yeah, it's destroyed because the fire started it. So you just blam with the first Eldritch Blast. What do you want to do with the second one? You're engaged with the pseudopod, with the big tentacle as well.
This one here?
Yeah.
All right, same thing.
It's got a 10-inch reach. It's got 10-foot reach.
That's a miss.
Well,
9.
9 is a miss, yeah. Yeah, they actually reach pretty far, but they're still coming in as close as they can. All right, Garrett and Rin.
I'm gonna bring my spiritual weapon down the one beside Professor Hobart again.
Okay. It's already injured.
27.
That's a hit. And damage.
7.
It looks pretty shattered, but it's holding itself together just barely. Like, just barely. If you catch my drift. What you gonna do?
How wounded are you?
A little more than half. I got 23.
He looks beaten up. He's had the wind knocked out of him.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I'll survive. Wait, fine.
Okay. I'll toll that one that's staying beside Hobart then.
The one that you just hit with the spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Natural 1. It's dead. It had 1 hit point left.
Okay.
As you may have guessed. Boom! So just as you toll it, just as it was trying to hold itself together, all of a sudden the ooze just disappears around it, and it just shatters to the ground, just collapsing and then going in all directions. Big pieces, little chunks as well, little shards of glass everywhere. It's very dangerous if you're not wearing shoes. Garrett, you're still restrained.
Yeah, I guess I'll make my 2 attacks at disadvantage. That's 1.
A natural 1, but thankfully it doesn't act again.
Ooh, a 16 is my low one. So plus 9.
That's a hit.
Plus 8.
That's still a hit.
So that is a D8 plus.
Yeah, it's just, and it's also +1 plus your strength.
Has that one been hit yet?
The one that you're hitting right now?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I will burn a level 1 spell to Divine Smite.
Smite it.
You can roll it all together. It's not immune or vulnerable to
Okay.
any of this.
Can I get another D8? Put the 1 in there though. So that's 14.
Don't forget to add the +1
Plus
for the weapon.
5, so 19.
So you slam into it, chanting whatever prayers you do to call down the power of your god, seeking retribution and redemption, and blam! It barely holds on. You can see a lot of its parts have fallen out, and it's just barely hanging there. Almost dead.
Oh,
Almost dead.
Not dead.
Mostly
Almost
dead.
And then I'm gonna
Mostly
make
dead.
my save.
Second attack?
No, that I missed the first one.
Oh,
Second
okay.
one hit. with
Constitution
Divine
saving
Smite.
throw.
And then, huh! Yeah.
Hold on. What'd you get?
It's-
Is that a 9 or a 6?
That's a 6, but it's
Equals
14.
You needed 15.
Oh!
yes.
I thought.
I was the same boat, but you're fine.
That's why I was like, that's not a 6. I thought you had a +8. And are you including your +2 for your aura?
Yes. Yeah, I'm plus 6 base.
So you're +6 Constitution, then +2. Okay, so you try, but the stone starts to creep out a little bit again. You can feel it trying to return. Cursed blade. All right, and then the tentacles.
This thing's trash.
2 more tentacles
love
appear. Are there more?
I'm done.
Steve doesn't think so. Whoop. And we'll put 1 more over here.
What, have we killed 2 so far?
We killed 2, so there's 6 more here. Okay. And then we'll do the
I
other.
think when he
Okay, the one attacks Garrett with advantage. 24.
Yes.
It's hard not to hit you.
stop getting hit.
11 bludgeoning damage.
How are you doing?
Are you unconscious?
No. 17 of 58.
And then the other one attacks Professor Hobart.
Bring it.
18. You gonna shield
I'm gonna
it?
shield it.
You don't want to stay alive? Or you do want to stay alive?
I want to stay.
All right, so it slams down, and you put the shield up, and it's like doosh, 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 doosh against the shield.
No,
And you can just hold it up. The other one's attacking. Let's see if it switches targets. Mrs. Doubtwater. Natural 1. And that one hasn't moved yet, so it's going to just fly up over top. And hold on, I'm going to randomize who it goes for. Mrs. Doubtwater. 26.
Nice.
It's a miss?
Yeah.
That's amazing. 13 bludgeoning damage that slams down into you.
Okay.
And then we're back to Professor Hobart. What?
Yeah, plan.
You got a plan?
Yeah, plan.
I got a plan.
I'm only engaged with this pot here, right?
Correct.
And I can move through it?
You can move. It's not there. It's moving around. As long as you stay
It's
within 5
floating
feet.
out
It's
just
floating
off
past
the wall.
it.
I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, you can go there. You're still within. Oh, you destroyed it all. You're all in the ooze.
Oh no!
Oh, they're melting! Put it back. Just put it back.
They're melting. TPK.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
grab.
freaking idiot.
I'm gonna grab my buddy here by the waist and say we're getting out of here. Ba-choom. And they're gonna take Constitution.
So you're doing a thunder step?
Thunder step. Yeah.
Nice.
Does it shatter the bridge?
And does it do thunder damage? I don't think it matters. It's not glass.
We'll see. We'll see how much damage he rolls.
Oh, Constitution 15, please.
How far can you go on the teleport?
90 feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's awesome. It's a great spell.
Yeah, that's super.
It's a level
handy.
3 spell, though. So, it's level 3, right?
Yeah.
Just roll your damage.
Oh, crap. 14.
14. Okay, so these are treated individually. So we'll start with the one furthest
furthest
over
one.
there. Does it do half damage if it passes?
Yes.
What's the save? that I have to
15.
make?
Constitution 15.
Okay, so the first one fails. That one over there, it only had 1 hit point left anyway, so it died.
Just one away.
And yeah, you were so close. The other one rolled a 20, so it'll take half damage. So it was, what'd you roll for damage?
14.
14, yeah.
So it takes 7. I actually only had 5 hit points left, so it's destroyed too.
Nice.
The other ones are all at full health.
Do you use...
I need a lot of them. Yeah, I've got a few more right here. I got 4 more, Steve. Got 4 more. Plus whatever's under here.
Well, I mean, the good thing is if we kill all these things, we can put them all on our feet and on our legs. And
No, the things keep floating away.
Oh, they do that.
Yeah, you destroy it and they float away.
You were just
Let's
gonna
roll
be
back
like,
to
"Wah!"
Yeah, because you're kind of smashing the thing on top, and there's a guy who goes limp, and it's like, vroom, and it just goes flying away.
There you go. You just gotta plan a reaction to jump on it, and then one of us kill one, and you jump on it. And...
Except that you're seeing them go back down into the ooze.
Well,
Like
like,
they're going,
Back
they're
up, back up.
So we're gonna find this creature with all these like limp tentacles.
They're robots.
Oh yeah.
Robotic.
Okay, after that was the glass statues. We'll have the first one attack Brother Rin. That's pretty high. It did not crit. 21.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
4 slashing damage. And then it pseudopods you. 19.
That's a hit.
Looking over my screen.
I wasn't.
And you feel a bunch.
I wasn't.
Actually, I rolled the wrong damage there. I was rolling the big one's damage. Oh, did I skip? Oh, I skipped something. That's fine. I'll go back to it. So hold on. Did the correct? Oh no, that was you just did that. I'm like, why am I so confused? So
I went and teleported.
yeah,
down
that's
here,
right.
and
Okay,
then
so
robots
I
came.
missed the little pseudopods coming up, but it doesn't look like anybody's within 5. No, never mind. Somebody is. Okay, so
Yeah,
8.
it's
8
the
acid damage.
bridges, you'll see the bridges.
Oh, by the way, that bridge is destroyed.
Or
What did 8 acid to me?
cliffs.
The
No.
The pseudopod of the glass statue.
No.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now another. Yeah, one of those pseudopods appears next to Mrs. Doubtwater, and attempts to grapple her. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check. Your choice.
I feel like I know what you're going to choose.
Dude, measuring tapes.
Well, I gotta roll my.
Can I guide myself?
Concentration.
No. Guidance is an
Like-
action.
But you are getting +2.
That's okay.
Plus 2.
That's okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna add a D10 to this.
This is a. Yeah, it's a check.
19.
What's your thing? What can I save? That's right.
You only get +2.
It's not. It's an acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Or athletics.
19, eh?
How do you have
Or-
acrobatics?
I'm,
Oh, you are?
I'm nimble, dear.
Okay, so
Oh no,
19.
so I get +2. So
Clean and all the
21.
spots.
21 actually.
21?
Yeah.
All right, I can still beat that. 12. All right, so it tries to grab onto you, and you just surprisingly nimbly
22.
just hop out of the way, and it does not grab you and pull you into the ooze.
Okay, good.
That's what I was gonna do. If you couldn't tell. Okay, after that
Stay away
is
from
the other. Oh no, that's dead. Never mind. Okay, Mrs. Doubtwater.
I'll try to. I'll try to blast this one. Is this one wounded at all?
Nope. All 4 of them are not wounded now.
I'm stuck.
I know, every time you kill one, another one like, whoop, and you're like, ah!
I suppose I'll just try to blast this one.
Hey,
Blast it.
you're not stone.
Yeah, boy. That's a hit.
Oh, I didn't have to roll concentration. My hammer doesn't require concentration.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
9. 13 damage.
Nice.
Second one.
Crit.
It's disadvantage, not advantage.
17.
17's a hit.
6 damage.
Oh! It looks like it's so close to death!
Stupid. Natural 20.
You guys keep doing that. You keep bringing things down to 1 hit. That's the 3rd time in a row. Okay, Mrs. Detwater, Garrett and Rin.
I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch. And I'm going to grab that statue beside me.
And smack it.
And touch it. Reach out and touch it. 10?
A 10's a hit! Actually, it's a hit.
So 11 necrotic.
And then you regain half
I
of
regain
that, or?
half of that. Yeah.
So you get 5 hit points back? Yeah. See, somehow you pull life out of... It's more the ooze than the glass statue itself.
And
You
then,
feel?
then I'll bring the hammer down on the one on Doubtfire.
So swing it over to the one that looks like it's 9 to death.
Yep.
Make your attack, man.
19.
19's a hit. It's dead. It only had 1 hit point left.
Nice.
As I seriously hinted. Thank you. So it just goes down, and then the thing... Each time the teleportation devices keep going in, they just right back into the ooze and disappear to where you can't see them. Garrett? Garrett? You're still
I
restrained, so you're still stuck where you
will-
are.
Heal myself for some amount of life. Let's just go.
Or some not. Some less than few.
Let's just go 20. Nah, let's go 20.
21.
Yeah, let's go 21. you convinced me. So I will heal myself for 21 hit points, and that is my turn. And then
Okay.
I will...
Constitution saving throw! You gotta roll 7 or higher.
You got it.
16!
You got it. You
16!
force it away. Ah! And the stone just leaves your fingertips back into... It feels like it's going back into the weapon that you're holding.
Jeez.
And yet you don't feel mad at the weapon.
You're like, but you're still sweet.
You still my boo.
Okay. Next up is the mechanical tendrils. So we'll have the one just first keep attacking Mrs. Detwater like it was before. 17.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll be fine. 13 bludgeoning damage.
13.
It's going to be more than 8 inches.
Not looking so hot.
All right, that one's
long as
going
you're not
to
dead
move
when
and
you start
dash next to
targeting.
Garrett. Whoop. The other one is going to move and dash next. Mrs. Detwater. Whoop. Who looks so amused.
I don't want to roll disadvantage.
Yeah, you keep hitting them and killing them somehow. You're just like, blah, blah. Short range fighter. Professor Hobart.
Well, let's just move over this fire.
So is that a bonus action?
Nope. Basically, recap.
Oh, you're just recasting it.
Yeah.
Okay. So dexterity?
Yes, sir.
11.
6 damage.
Okay. That's the first time it's been hurt. Oh, wait, yeah, you put on the tentacle, right?
Yep.
Oh, wrong one. Okay. All right. Then what?
Nothing else.
You can move.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm
because
behind the paladin.
that's right. You're happy where you are. You don't want to be in the roll. Okay. Then another pseudopod emerges and attempts to grapple you again.
Again?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It's hungry.
All right, I
The
get
lake.
plus.
Come on.
plus
How much do you
2?
think a lake eats? You tell me. You're
I
doing
think it was a 14.
You're doing acrobatics check, so make sure you add everything for
So I
acrobatics.
get plus 5, 14.
So your acrobatics is only plus 3?
Yep.
So you're 0 dexterity, but you're proficient in acrobatics?
No, I get plus
No,
3.
it's plus 3 dexterity.
Yeah, I get
and
plus
then-
3 to dexterity.
Oh, you're not proficient in acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you had said he was proficient in acrobatics.
No, but I'm getting plus 2 from.
No, I know.
Sorry, did I say that?
Yeah, you said that.
I
You
was
said,
saying,
how are you
How are you
proficient?
plus 3?
Wait,
Oh,
you
it's
get plus
a
2 on that.
dexterity.
It's not a saving throw.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
Just a
And
skill
you're not.
check.
You have to be within 10 feet of me.
oh okay. So I'm only getting plus
Oh,
3.
God.
Yeah, it's 10 feet. It's 30
So,
feet at 18
what'd you get?
level.
12.
14.
19. So it grabs onto you and lifts you straight into the air. On its next turn, it'll be able to do something with you.
I need help, dears.
So you are grappled and restrained.
Do something.
On top of that... No, you're fine. You're not. There's no damage. Yeah, somehow. It doesn't do damage. It just grabs onto you, lifts you up. It's lifting you gently.
Oh.
It's making sure not to eat you up yet because it doesn't want you to fall apart in its arms.
Right.
And it wants to be able to throw you the whole body in. But its next turn, it will toss you in the ooze, into the lake ooze.
How do I get out?
Yeah, that'll be fun. Then the little glass structure is going to attack Brother Ren. And it's a 14 with its sword.
Nope.
And a 15 with its pseudopod.
Nope.
So, we just had the little glass guy attack Brother Rin. So after that will be Mrs. Deadwater. So you're currently restrained and grappled. So you could, as an action, try to escape.
That's a strength check, right?
It's up to you, actually. You can do it athletics or acrobatics.
Or
Because you can try to wriggle free or try to muscle your way free.
I can just out, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
How wounded is it?
You're not attached. You're not. That's not what's holding.
It's this one, right?
No,
No.
Oh, it's just
There's
it's
a
a
new
floating
one.
thing.
There's one that came from Lake Ooze.
And if I fall, I'll probably take some damage. On my way
You're
down.
only about 5 feet off the ground.
I'm
right
thinking
now.
of work.
I think if you go in there, you're gonna die.
You're not above the lake yet.
I'm not above the
You're still
lake.
above the building.
If it's acrobatics, I get only plus 3.
But it's just a straight DC check.
Just a straight DC.
Jesus,
I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but
And down he goes.
I'll try to break out.
with acrobatics.
I don't know, it's plus 7 though on disadvantage. But I don't know if I'm gonna do enough damage with my Eldritch Blasts.
You don't have anything like a Misty Step or...
Nope.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it.
You're gonna shoot the pod that's holding you.
Yeah, 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, take your first shot.
Nice.
What is that?
You hit.
Yeah, I hit.
How much damage?
Oh man. 13.
And the second shot.
Oh jeez.
15?
15, yeah.
Choose a hit. How much damage?
7.
So 20 in total.
Yeah.
That's enough to knock.
Ah!
It was 20 you needed. Yeah, it was. so as you're held up, you're like, oh, blam! You just kind of, it severs it from it, and the rest of it just kind of collapses down, and you fall down, and it just sloughs off of you as well. And you land on your feet, and yeah, and you're fine.
Okay.
Actually, you're 5 feet off the ground. Give me an acrobatics check just to see if you land on your feet. Just DC 10.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
7.
Prone. You land prone in a pile of goop. Yeah, well, it's 5 feet, right? That's like high off the ground. You're like, she's an old lady.
Yeah, freaking dirty.
It broke me hip.
Broke me hip. Garrett and Rin.
I'll bring the hammer down on the statue.
Spiritual weapon one.
Yeah. 22.
That's a hit. How much damage?
10.
That's enough. Shatters it. Just right through it as it shatters everywhere.
And then I'll vampiric touch
Oh, I hit
the
plus 9.
tentacle that's in the fire.
Yeah, the one that's damaged.
Yeah. 24.
That's a hit.
Another 10.
Okay.
Necrotic.
It's not dead yet, but you see it rust up as you slam into it and break part of it. So it's just straight 10 necrotic damage, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And, oh shoot, I was going to heal you with my bonus action. I do this all the time. I'm sorry.
He's fine.
She's
He's fine.
He'll be fine. And Garrett,
Yeah, you're fine.
you're no longer stoned.
I will. I will try to swing swing my yellow lightsaber. Oh, sorry.
No! Don't do it!
It's totally
Yellow
worth it.
saber of light. At
Do it, man.
the- Ah! Yeah!
You didn't. All we know is he
20.
didn't turn himself to stone.
20.
That's a hit. How much damage?
8.
Remember, it's a +1 weapon. So
Yep.
you get 8 damage?
Yep.
Wow, okay. What else are you going to do?
Boom.
Hit it again!
Okay, Okay, give me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. You can do it.
What?
You
Yes!
You pass. Okay, you pass. You're like, I'm finally free. Oh crap!
I would like to know the odds. Like, when you take the number of times he's rolled a d20 today, and the number of
How
times
many
he's had
ones he's
one.
rolled?
You know, you roll ones like you roll misfire dice.
Yes. Okay.
Doesn't matter what dice it is.
All right. And Rin, you already went, so it is the tentacle's turn. The one is slamming into Miss Prone with advantage.
Miss Prone.
24.
Miss Prone Water.
Miss Prone Water.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
13 bludgeoning.
You're good.
And the other one's actually was still beating on Mrs. Dettwater as well. 18? Is that a hit?
That's a hit.
Are you more than 5?
15.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm on.
So just whap whap.
On the bright side, if you're at 0 hit points, my heals do full on you.
Nice.
You want to move out of the fire?
Was that?
You want to move out of the fire?
Yeah, I guess. Just move it next to.
A good thing Nibs isn't still with us.
It's
The
smart
real
enough.
Nibs.
Just stab
Well,
him.
we
No, sorry, Vigo Chili.
Professor Hobart. What you gonna do?
Well, I think we're fine over here, so I'm going to just chuck the fire into this guy again.
Okay, so we got another dexterity
Vigo
saving
chili.
throw. It's a 5.
11.
It's dead. Only had 4 hit points left. So it burns, and the teleportation device just flies off as well, goes back into the ooze. That's it for you. So another pseudopod comes up.
Ah!
You're still within 5 feet of the edge. And it, without any resistance, grabs onto you and lifts you up in the. You're now 5 feet off right in that spot as well.
Again.
No, there's no more of them.
There's no like rings. and
Mrs.
save me,
Dettwater,
right?
give me a death saving throw.
Did you grab me with your hand?
You told me to get the book.
Yeah.
12.
You pass your death saving throw. There's no pluses. It's just a straight up roll. 10 or higher, and you're good. So you've passed one of your death saving throws. Garrett and Rin.
So you're dying?
I'm unconscious,
Yeah,
and the
and in
tentacle
the
is
air
going to
with
bring
the
me
And in the
down.
air with the pseudopod, about to be chucked into the lake.
All right, well, Garrett will stay engaged with this and send his hand off.
So you're just gonna. So it
And
uses
it-
it uses your move.
Yeah,
It can
and
move 40 feet.
it'll be the one holding the yellow thing, but he'll like put his pinky out and touch you.
Unfortunately, if you want to do a touch spell, you have to have an empty hand.
But is it a touch spell?
Well, then how else are you gonna do it?
You can touch a creature.
Yeah, don't you have to have an empty hand for that?
It's technically not a spell, though, right?
Oh, it's not a spell.
No, it's lay on hands.
Oh, lay on hands. Lay on hands. Does lay on hands say you have to have an empty hand? Free hand? Because normally you need a free hand to do these things, right?
I
You're
think
just gonna punch him. Lay on hands.
It just says as an action you can touch a creature.
Yeah, I guess I could just take, yeah, bro fist, heal.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. No, that is a
Might
very
be an
good
important
question.
distinction. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up touch for spell casting
Okay.
and see if it says well, I'm gonna follow what it says for now. That'll be my quick.
Yep.
that's her.
It'll say open hand. You have to have an open hand for that.
Is that what it says? You sure of that?
That's why Warcaster says you don't need an open hand.
Well, no, the Warcaster gets
Warcaster-
rid of the material. It lets you do the somatic without an
With
open
your-
hand.
with your weapon,
I'm talking about
yeah.
touch. I know not
I see
somatic.
what you're saying.
Somatic needs open hands. The question is the range. Is there's duration? There's targets.
Interesting.
Areas of effect. Saving throw attack. Oh, it just doesn't talk about touch. All right, I'll have to make a quick call if I don't find it really quick because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I know people are probably posting things in the chat right now, but I'm not watching that, so I'll just make decisions without that for now.
Can't you just send a free hand? You have a shield.
He has a shield and a weapon.
But I only have one of them
Can
on.
you drop that weapon?
Oh, here we are. Range. Target spell must be within the spell's range. Most spells have ranges expressed in feet. Some spells can target only a creature that you touch.
Now,
It
not to
doesn't
be
say
that
then you have to have an
person,
open
but this
hand.
isn't it.
You're good. You can punch him.
Okay. I was like, I mean, technically,
So you don't have to
isn't
have a
even
pick yet. You
spell.
just have to touch.
Okay.
Literally, it's just you have to make physical contact.
Okay. And I will put, I have 9 left. I will give you 8.
8 hit points are
good.
you're still restrained. So
You're
you wake
conscious
back
for
up.
this.
You wake back up with a few broken ribs and currently restrained by another gelatinous ooze arm.
What the
And
hell is
also,
going on?
there's a floating hand beside you.
Yeah. But you feel good about this hand, even though it's holding a spear that you don't feel, or a big lightsaber that you're not feeling very happy about.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was your movement and action. Do you have any bonus actions?
No, it's not.
Okay, Rin, you're up.
Casting Shield of Faith this
I'll
late.
use my spiritual weapon on the thing that's...
Holding him.
Yeah,
All right, make the attack roll.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, 1 in combat is an automatic fail, right?
Find a new
Doesn't
one.
matter what the added.
Yeah. And it took 20 to break it last time?
20 damage total. Yeah.
I mean, you technically. No, you can't. Never mind. You can't.
My vampire touch maxes out at 18. If I roll a crit,
What you gonna do?
You can start it.
what's that?
I have a turn. He has a turn before he gets dragged away.
You could
Could I just...
could grapple it.
Can I just give him the help action? Like I...
Unfortunately, Mrs. Duttwater's turn is already come and gone. So the Lake Ooze is going to have its turn before Mrs. Duttwater.
Yeah, can you just grab his
Yeah, can I just pull Mrs. Delwire and try to force him out of its
If you're
grasp?
helping somebody escape a grapple, that's a help action so that they can do a better job.
But I can't just pull him like an object, trying to break him away from
And
it?
that would be a help action. And so then on her turn, she'd be able to try that. What you can try to do is grapple it to keep it from going to the lake.
You have
Or maybe it can
Grab use.
Or maybe it
You
can
have my friend. Let me grab you.
well, or maybe it'll be able to carry both of you. We'll see.
That would get.
It's acid. You can grapple
But
the
it's
acid.
going to drop you.
No,
right?
it's a pseudopod, so it's like it hardens and comes up in an attack. That's why it's not acid damaging them. It's not seeping into them. It actually hardens, grabs onto them. And the gelatinous cubes actually have this. They form a pseudopod and then smack you with it, or they can grab with you and pull you in. So what you gonna do? Huh? She didn't even grab you.
What's the
she
order
grabbed
of
She grabbed the book.
So not challenging, huh?
Hey, you weren't there. Quiet.
Of course, that was the.
Be quiet. You weren't there.
Is it it's just going to drop him on her, its turn, right?
What are the turn orders?
Well, that's what you. The tentacles, then you, and then the Lake Ooze.
None of my
Do you get to go?
do anything.
Yeah. I'm not.
Okay.
But it's not your turn yet.
Can I ask you?
I'm
I
gonna
don't even know if I.
I'm gonna vampire touch it, and then it's wounded, and then maybe he can do damage to it.
Can do
Fair enough.
acid damage to it.
That's what I'll do. I rolled another 1 to hit.
Nice. At least you're not using your special weapon, because you would be a sheep by now. Almost like Tyrannosaurus Rex.
He goes to hit the thing and just sheep. And this is Delwater's like,
Look at that! I rolled 2 1s there.
Okay, so it's the tentacle's turn. This one now turns his attention to Brother Rin.
I'm gonna die.
Be ready to die. Only 12. I rolled
be
low.
ready to die.
Garrett, the one attacks you. 27.
He cannot hit you.
It's a big guy. 15 bludgeoning damage. Bam! Your armor's getting beaten up pretty bad.
Be conscious for your own death.
Professor Hobart, you get to be digested alive for 1,000 years.
Okay. How high up in the air?
5 feet. What are you trying to? What are you trying to do?
I run and grab. Can I, with my movement, with just my regular movement, can I make contact with her?
You measure it. You tell me.
Does he have
I
to
don't
make a
measure
jump
it.
between the 2 buildings?
It's a short jump. He
Oh,
can make that one. 'Cause he has at least 10 feet.
It's about this many rungs away.
Do we seriously?
You
not
move
have
25
tape in
feet,
Yeah.
right? We don't have a single measuring tape in here. What happened to all the measuring tapes?
Is there one in that box?
No,
here? Wow, we're 10.
because you only move
Like, that's 5 feet.
Yeah, but you got to make contact with it.
I'm confident it's 5 feet, but it's her height is the issue.
Well, that's just 5 feet off the ground. Oh, because you. How tall are you?
I never wrote it down.
But you're like 3 or 4 feet, right?
Yeah.
With your
What are you
arms
gonna try
up,
to
gotta
do
be
when you
able
get
to make 5 feet.
You're gonna jump into your own fire.
I'm gonna thunderstep.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take some damage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can totally do that. Oh, you're gonna try to grab her and get out of there.
Yeah.
Can you take somebody and escape a grapple with that?
Why not?
You can misty step out of a grapple.
You can. Okay.
I mean, he grappled me as I was turning to stone.
I'm sorry, Brent. I gotta kill you.
Yeah. Do it.
Do we have any way of bringing up a character?
Why?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I got it.
I am
Also
going to
lose-
get as he like reaches out the ground like, Hobart, no!
Do you drop your fire before
Yeah.
you jump on top of her? So just put her prone on the ground.
Oh yeah. Where do we go here?
I'm up now.
No, you're
No,
prone.
you're so prone.
I'm so prone?
Yeah, because you never got up.
Oh, right.
Remember, you were
okay.
unconscious.
Here's that.
Give me
Oh, there's a measure tape. Good, good.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
How much damage are you going to do? Just roll that first. Hold on there. Just let's see the damage.
22.
Oh, shut up!
You'll be okay if you make a Constitution save. Actually, you'll be okay either way.
Yeah.
Oh, are you good?
+3.
Yeah, you're good. So you take half of it.
You take 11.
11. Whereas the tentacle, Constitution saving throw, 16. So it takes 11.
Yeah.
All right, it's not. That was its first hit. So just boom, you go over there and a thunder wave comes out.
I'm gonna roll concentration for my vampiric touch. If this goes down, so help me. Oh no, I got it.
You're fine.
I rolled 20.
Okay.
As that happens, Mrs. Daughter grabs up her resume, starts ripping it up. That's it.
So,
Thank you, Master.
I mean contract.
Thank you, Master. Thank you.
No, resume. You can leave.
So okay, where exactly did you put her?
Oh, we're gonna be here.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
That's right.
I'm like, did you seriously put her
I'll
within...
go in contact with that to keep her from the edge.
I'm saying, did you seriously just put her within 5 feet of the edge? Like, I'm safe, dear. Bah. Wah!
Will this be more clear for you?
That would have been just awful.
Okay. Lake Ooze's turn. Nothing happens. Mrs. Doubtwater.
I get up.
Stand up.
And then I'm going to fire some Eldritch Blast.
Kind of engaged.
You are engaged by that tentacle. That's right.
That's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do it into that one.
You can do it to either of them. You just had disadvantage regardless.
What's he engaged by?
That's tentacle, right? Because we're in a grid of 4 by 2 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more loose.
Where's that?
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's within 5 feet of it. So
How damaged are... This one's not damaged at all, right?
it's damaged, but
I hit it once.
you can't tell how damaged. You just know it is damaged.
I'm concerned about Brother Rin, though.
I'm okay.
So I'm going to fire that one.
Well, he's still concerned about you. She feels guilty for not catching you.
Oh, that was teetering on that, too. Okay, so it's a hit.
How much damage?
11 damage.
It's dead. You want to shoot the other one now?
Yeah. 13?
Miss.
Oh, not 13, sorry. Plus 7, 18.
18.
Wait, what?
No, not plus 7, right? I get 16. 13.
The lowest
plus
of your
7.
disadvantage.
I got her.
It's a 6.
Oh, I had 9. I got 2 9s.
Yeah, you just turned it a little bit. It was a 6.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
my
actually
bad.
saw the die move from the 6 to the 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't do it on purpose. Like, you were
Now,
looking over there. When
I don't want to be. I guess this will affect me, but my hand is also floating above Lake, or like it's floating over there.
Shut up!
So you know.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we need a little counter for your
I
hand,
did
don't
roll
we?
2 9s?
Okay,
I think it was 6.
so we're going to go back an initiative step.
I know.
It's red.
I hated saying this, but I was like, I gotta say it.
All right, so pseudopod comes up.
How is
You can give me, I don't care, acrobatics or athletics for it to grapple your hand.
This could be how you get rid of that weapon if the ooze takes it down.
You'll be so sad for like an hour.
lose a hand,
But
but-
loses attunement. Actually, how many hours does it take to lose attunement when you're away from it?
Well, like, kind of 11.
Matthew rolled high.
25.
I got a
Oh, wait. 22. All right, so it grabs your hand, blah, and your hand is now restrained. And you can feel it through the thing. You're not restrained,
That's weird.
but your hand is.
Still headbutt.
That's true. Or like improvised weapon
Oh,
shield
I
bash.
killed that one, right?
Yeah.
So 9.
Okay, so now we're actually to Garrett's turn. Or Rin, whichever wants to go
I'll
first.
see if I can get your hand loose.
Was.
That's your whole job here. Is just
I put a hammer into the tentacle.
so you move the spiritual weapon over and attack.
12.
12's a hit.
So that
It doesn't have a very high AC.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
You can do it.
And then
You
I'll
do 10 more.
Vampiric touch it. 16.
That's a hit.
8.
Oh no, not enough. So you but you do regain some hit points.
Yep.
No, it's holding on.
So,
All right, Garrett.
I can attack at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Have you read the show?
yeah, you can. Yeah, this is weird, eh? Bam!
Well, it's like, I'm
That's
assuming
fine.
it's
He's
like,
disadvantaged. He's gonna roll a 1 and he's gonna turn his hand to stone again.
He's just moving his wrist.
well, it's like,
Kablam!
it's gone, and maybe it's just like me, like, activating the energy of the weapon.
No, you're attacking at disadvantage.
sure.
It's restrained. Go ahead. No!
Colin, come on!
I don't know. I just don't
Give me a
know.
Constitution saving throw, man.
I would love to.
Oh, he failed! He failed!
13.
He failed! All right, here we go again. Here we go again.
So is it just the hand, or is it all?
No,
of me?
it'll creep back to the teleportation device. Your feet all of a sudden start turning to stone, as do your extremities.
Okay.
You do get your second attack though.
Oh, look, it's a double disadvantage, but still, it
Yeah,
counts as
sorry, let's roll
disadvantage.
one again.
Oh. 17?
17's a hit.
Oh. 13.
Okay, you disrupt it. Not to keep leaving there, because he's restrained. So even his hand can't fly around.
Wait, come on, the tank can't float back.
Well, no, because the device is also malfunctioning because it's turning to stone as well. He's like, ah, but it's just, yeah. Okay. All right, Ren. Actually, do we have to do the do we have to do the Constitution saving throw right now because it's the end of your turn?
Oh.
Because normally somebody else is the one that attacks you with it, right?
Right.
So,
That's too fun.
flesh to stone. Let me just quickly look it up.
How, Colin?
Wow.
I don't know. It's awesome though. Okay, so you make a Constitution saving throw. Must make another at the end of each of its turns. So right now,
So right now?
right away.
What is that?
If you know
Somewhere
what it is,
between a 4 and an 18.
well then roll it again if it's cocked. D20s are easy to cock.
15.
No,
15.
I thought you get a +8. That's right. I thought you were +7. Okay, so you passed your first one again.
You're fine. This is the best weapon
You know,
I've ever found.
I could rule it that every time you roll a 1 now, you automatically count as failing one.
Stony McStoneface.
Okay, Rin, you're up.
No, I already went, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the tentacle's turn. Slams down into Garrett again, who is now restrained. I got advantage. Critical. Are you close enough to stop it?
I
do
don't
you
know.
want to?
Yeah, I will.
How
Close. How close? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Yeah, you're close enough.
I stop it.
All right, so not a critical anymore. So it only does 15 bludgeoning damage. Wow, I keep rolling that. 15 bludgeoning damage.
I meant 8.
You're all right. You're fine.
Another one left.
Yeah, exactly.
For the
What else?
bosses.
What else could possibly happen, Professor Hilbert?
Fire, pit the tentacle. Bomb fire.
That passes. Does it take any damage?
Nope.
I got 19. But the fire pit's there now, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so the gelatinous thing comes back up to the hand that's turning to stone. It doesn't seem to be bothered by the fact that it's slowly
Oh, I'm
turning
gonna
to stone.
die.
You have. Well, you're fine. You don't have any disadvantage on your. So you can do acrobatics or athletics to resist this.
Well, that's good.
20?
I got 19.
Ah.
So somehow your hand just bats it away. Okay, Mrs. Dettwater.
Alright. I'll fire into this thing.
Do it. Disadvantage. Doesn't seem to bother you.
I got a 2. 9.
9 is a miss.
Second one. Yeah, 15 plus 7.
That's a hit. How much damage?
6 damage.
Okay, so it's blast into it again. Parts of it fly off, little pieces of metal and wiring. And Garrett and Rin
Okay, I'm going to move over beside Garrett
just hop over.
and touch that tentacle with my vampiric touch. For 12?
Oh, it was a miss.
So what's going on with my hand right now? It is grappled.
It is
or
not currently grappled.
Okay.
It was they attempted to grapple it. There's nothing next to it.
I will
Okay.
bonus action and cast Healing Word on
Garrett?
Yay.
How much does he get back?
Not a lot.
Are you doing a
8.
higher level one? Oh, you said a lot.
I said not a lot.
Not a lot. Okay.
Hey, that doubles my HP.
Garrett. What you gonna do, Mr. Restrained Man, with your weapon all the way over there? You can hit him with the shield if you like. It's an improvised weapon attack.
I guess so.
You are proficient in that,
Because I can't drop my shield and pull out my weapon as well.
and your shield is an unusual piece of equipment where
Right,
it
'cause
requires
I
an
can't
action to
just-
take
yeah.
on or take off.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we'll hit him with a shield, right?
So it's improvised. So you just get your regular proficiency
And I have disadvantage.
and your disadvantage because you're restrained.
Yep.
We'll worry about the damage if you actually hit him.
+7.
Nope, that's a miss.
Do I get 2 attacks with it?
Sure.
Oh.
That actually did.
So that's
You just,
actually
get
have
your,
to look it up.
22?
you just get your strength.
Oh, okay.
Improvised
You're not
weapons are just...
proficient.
Right.
+1, right?
No, you're always proficient with improvised weapons.
Oh, are you?
Or are you always not
I
proficient
thought
with
you're always
improvised?
not proficient with it.
Well, you use unarmed, you headbutt, right? For 1 plus your strength.
How much damage does an improvised weapon?
Well, I think a shield.
I'm looking it
would
up right now.
probably
See under
duplicate a
weapon.
club,
Come on.
so
Can you just give me the
D4.
page number?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Weapon improvised, 147.
You're always proficient. That was kind of cool. I've been playing that horribly wrong.
Because so it's anything. Oh, okay, so it depends on the weapon. Okay, so it bears no resemblance to a weapon, so it's D4 damage. But you would be proficient because you're proficient with shields. So like if you take a table, like if you pull
okay.
like a piece of wood and it's a club and you're proficient with clubs, you would actually get proficiency.
Okay.
So it depends on what you're using. So it's D4 damage plus your strength.
So, 6?
That's exactly how many hit points I had left. Oh wait, this is just regular bludgeoning? Sorry. You've only been doing magic damage to it this whole
Audible to your
time.
left, guys.
Yeah, so just kind of clang into it. It does a little bit of
And
damage.
my con save?
Yes, DC 15. Passed. So you passed your second
I
one.
rolled a 15.
You're good. You're good. Piece of cake. You're fine.
It's the best
Brother Ren already went. Garrett already went. So the tentacle slams back into you again, Garrett, with advantage. Critical! Can you ignore it? Do you want to ignore it?
Yes.
Can you? You
I
have enough
think so.
still left?
I think so.
I don't think you've done 5 yet.
No, I'm just wondering,
Sure.
when was the last critical I negated?
It was this point. We only done, since we rest, is the second one.
But a round's gone around. It's coming back to my turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you just went.
You negated a critical on me over here.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually negated. This is third one, I think.
No, that was my 4th
Okay.
in this battle.
Wow.
16 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's just enough.
Yep.
Oh, is
That's,
it?
that's 0.
Okay. I actually rolled higher than my normal 15. I'm so proud of myself. Let him down. That's okay. So the hand just kind of lowers to the ground as well. Professor Hobart.
Give me that deck save.
You're putting that fire there again. It passes. 19.
Well, I mean, you have to. No, you take a deck save in your turn.
Okay, I passed it.
Okay. Do it again, not my turn.
13.
Okay. 12 to.
It's dead.
11.
It had 3 hit points left, so it goes down. And then a gelatinous pseudopod comes up to where your hand is
Leave my hand alone!
and automatically grabs it. All right, Mrs. Detwater, what are you going to do?
Murder the thing that's holding my
Yeah, I'm
hand.
gonna the hand.
All right, give me 2 Eldritch Blasts. It's going to count as having a bit of cover.
What is that? That's gonna be a 16 and 16,
More than 20.
More than 20, yeah.
You're good. Damage?
14 and 12.
All right, that does it. It's blam, blam, and the hand just to the ground. All right, Garrett, give me a death saving throw. You're good.
I
Now give me a
pass.
Constitution saving throw.
I pass.
How do you?
I know he can't make his attacks.
Like you're not.
but he
You're
makes-
never gonna turn to stone. You're just not gonna be helpful anymore.
Yes.
Yes!
Brother Red, what are you gonna do?
Battle starts.
I'm gonna heal Garrett.
Okay, so that's your turn. That one's done. Professor
I'm
Hobart, we're back to you.
gonna give you a second level one, so
This
that's
is
you're at 0, right? So
horrible.
21.
His hand is still
What?
near the edge.
I'm
That's
gonna-
21 hit points.
So in a bonfire right
Oh,
over
because
here.
you're doing a cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Second
It just
level.
goes out when it hits the.
Oh.
with the
It maxes
ooze.
because you're
Can't
at
burn the
0.
leg.
Yeah.
The leg will set on fire.
Hold on, I'll make my dexterity saving throw. I failed it.
The
Because
leg
my
takes-
dex is minus 20. I have a dexterity of 1.
The leg takes 14 damage.
Okay.
Are you doing damage to the leg?
Hold on.
You're
Hold on.
summoning bonfires on the lake.
Hold on. Okay.
Try
All
to
right.
go-
So what is this minus 14?
10 billion.
$1 million.
So wait,
All right.
We're gonna
we're
be there,
there.
everybody.
We're getting there.
well, Matthew says there isn't a chance.
This might be a lot of experience. Do the math on how long I got to summon bonfires upside down. I'll fall on it.
If it doesn't average 14 damage.
Actually, I'll also bring down a fireball as well. You can both going. Or not fireball.
But it's
fireball.
only it's action, right? Oh, you're just gonna leave.
sphere.
Yeah,
no,
they
it
do
goes out
both.
after. It goes. As the damage
No,
thing
rest
goes
above
out.
it, because it'd be 5 feet within it. You take the test, right?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So we're looking at.
2d6 fire from this, and then
Flaming
2d6
so 7.
Hold on. You can summon a flaming sphere underwater.
That's true. It's magic.
That's right. But it doesn't do half damage. No, you have
yeah,
disadvantage.
anything underwater
So
has
what's the
resistance.
damage of the sphere?
Oh, okay.
The spear is 2d6 fire.
And then what is the bonfire?
The bonfire is 2d8.
Okay, so on average 16 damage per,
Yep.
per 6 seconds.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think it doesn't go that high. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Divided by 16. Divide that by it's 6. That's
I'm confused.
this is this many
Trying to
minutes,
kill the lake.
this many hours, this many days, this many years. 11,891 years.
How long do gnomes live?
Less than that.
How much rations do we have?
You can't concentrate that long.
We're
Yeah,
not
you gotta-
killing the lake.
And then you have to account for your sleeping, so that actually becomes more like
This also only lasts a
18,000.
minute.
What's that?
This only lasts a minute.
Oh, so you're gonna run out of spell slots? Yeah. So it'll take. But if all of you work together, then we can bring that 12,000 years down to like 3,000 years.
Depends on how many years of that Garrett has to spend turning to stone.
Yeah, except oh yeah, that's right. It's divided
Just
by 3,
give
not
the
by
lake
4.
your staff.
Just throw it in there and say,
I think we're done here.
I mean, I guess. On
okay, so. Oh, hold on. Actually, no, we're not done. Mrs. Stoutwater, what did you do? You shot the thing.
Yep.
And then Garrett, you gave us. Then Rin, you healed him. Okay, yeah, we're Professor Hobart. You threw
Well,
the thing
Garrett's
down.
in the same initiative as me. Can he go?
Yeah, no, he did go. You guys both did your thing.
So wait, he
We're
did.
already back at Professor Hobart. He threw the bonfire in the lake, and now another thing comes out.
But on my turn,
You're conscious now, so you can give me a dexterity or athletics
I think
roll.
what they're trying to say is they go at the same time, so he goes first, so he has a
I
chance
heal
to do
him.
anything.
Oh, but he did his things first.
What do you do?
What do you do?
He made his death saving throw and his Constitution.
Why did you pick the order?
I didn't. I said Garrett and
Gesundheit.
Rin. And then he started throwing his dice.
I
you had a
that's what
handshake?
happened.
Yeah,
If you
I
want to change your order, that's fine. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just going by the initiative order.
Zoom hand.
You don't have to make death saves.
no, I have to make
Not anymore.
athletics.
Two
check.
on.
You should send
I
it
only
with
get
the
5.
hand.
13.
You're good.
You're all that quick to the edge.
So then it'll be on your turn, and you can pull it away from the edge.
Stop!
Stop! Never
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah, your fingers feel tingly.
Whoo!
I get 2
Let's
magic
head back to the
items.
caverns.
Yeah, back to the cat. Back.
We can't.
Dang it.
Remember, you guys have a jumping problem.
I can go.
Oh yeah, you can bamf.
Yeah.
Ring.
Take me with you, dear.
No.
Take me with you, dear.
So we're gonna end here, but I just want to end with the note: like after a little while, you do notice that more of these pseudopods come up, but they never can really get to a certain point. So now that you know that, you can actively avoid them. Now, if we ever get into more combat situations, then we'll have to track things because who knows if you get forced to the side or whatever. But at this point, like even going across ledges, you can kind of watch for them and then just like sprint across. And so you're able to, for the most part, stay away from them because they only have a certain reach to the edge and they just kind of pull things back in.
Worst case, Delwater and I can put our hands up really far away and like lure them away.
Can you get me? Can you get me?
Yeah.
You're like, quick, they're over there. Go
Yeah, but
across
you
the
have a
ledge.
funny feeling that it's going to be impossible to destroy the lake
lake?
by conventional means.
Yep.
Alright, you gotta throw a lot of bleach in there.
So we're going to end there. Whew! How was that? Goodness.
So is it
We
you
had-
who almost didn't die?
Oh, I'm fine.
Or yeah, you're the only one who didn't almost die in this?
You can't hurt the Hobart.
All right, so that one was worth that. So, okay, remind me of the fights that you did. You didn't kill the
I
Sphinx.
nailed it. Come on.
Yeah, you
No.
You did kill the Sphinx. The Sphinx is still over there. You
Keep walking.
defeated the
you
armatures.
saved him, so sure.
Yep.
That thing doesn't count as anything. You defeated the
What would those?
glass
What
folk.
would those be? Robot tentacles?
Something like that.
Temples and disguise.
Steampunk tentacles?
We attempted to save a bunch of people.
That's true. I killed most of them as they came through. I had a bonfire through the portal. They walked into it.
You're the worst.
This is the only fight we did today, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The rest of it was just.
We left behind. We left Gearbox behind. I
Does that make
miss
you sad?
him.
Do you miss him already?
Yes.
It just feels weird not having them.
I don't
with
want
us.
to go any farther than Gearbox.
I feel it liberating.
All right, you each are going to get 1,750 experience.
Nice. Just level up.
No,
Nice. Right.
you're far from leveling to level 7. You just got to level 6, man.
How much did we get?
1750. As in one 18,750.
We're doing pretty
This is
good
a
there.
Halfway, or almost halfway.
Are you really halfway?
750.
Looks
Towards
like
level
it.
7? Didn't you just get to level 6? Oh
1,000.
no, you got to level 6. Then you fought the Bone Devil, right?
1,000.
Yes, that's what happened.
So what's your total at?
18,750.
Yeah, 18,750.
18,750.
18,750. That's where you're at.
Yeah, we are more than halfway. That is nice.
Wow.
It's
It's because each
tight.
thing you keep fighting is like
Lit.
super high CR.
It is lit. Isn't that right?
lit.
So yeah, you have a little over 4,000
Nice.
Being
experience.
lit is tight.
You have a little over 4,000 experience to go.
Nice.
Toit like a toiger.
That is lit.
So we're gonna end there.
So
I don't think there's any other bookkeeping to do at the end here except to say thank you for watching and make sure to tune in live. Twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming on Tuesdays. We start our pregame around 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Then the game starts around 12:30, and we go to about 4:30, and then we post it on YouTube the following Friday. If you're watching this live right now, we're going to disappear. We'll be right back just to have a chat with you for a few minutes.
Chat will be fire.
Like a doy man.
Thank you so much for watching. Happy role playing.
Lit.